Hello, Blair. How you doing, Blair? Happy Tuesday. Oh, Karina. Early for once. I'm always on time, because whenever it starts is the correct time. Actually, I was a little late today, because I realized I didn't have my water, and then I realized I washed my water bottle, which means I had to do a quick rinse out and then fill it, and it takes like 3 minutes to fill. So, because our fridge's water is snail's pace. Doing good. How about yourself? Doing pretty good. But you got like all last night I was able to actually just kind of take an evening off, like fully, which was nice. Nothing was going on. Been playing Potion Craft, and it was kind of nice just to chill on that for a while. It's actually just compared to like, was it September? We had Galacon, and then I had a bunch of basement stuff going on, and then prep for Cider Fest in November. It was like and then we had Friendsgiving this last weekend too. Like, I felt like the last like 4 months have been non-stop, and finally like December, it's pretty like from now on it's quiet, and it's kind of weird. Recently got like 80 upvotes on a Reddit post. It's only enough for a day. Accidentally popular. I'm actually able to pop in. It's been a little while since I stopped by for a stream. A little while. I probably saw your name not too long ago. Also, I think we're good to go. But hello. Oh, I haven't. Look at his chair. We don't have it over here. We had to. I moved it. Did a deep clean before Friendsgiving, and like moved everything, reorganized, and that's why we didn't stream last Friday, because it was Saturday, and I had to spend like all Friday cleaning and prepping, which I did. Exhausting. But anyway, we're still working on Fluttershy here. We should be able to actually. We might be able to get it done so we can get it there. So. Oh, bye, Cookie. So. Cool. Oh, thank you very much, Lookity, for the resub. 28 months. That's. My brain was like, that's like 2 years, 14 months a year. Nah, I can't math. Actually, I think some of the more restful days lately, I kind of feel like my brain's back a little bit. For a while there, I felt like it was gone. Like I was not able to focus. Where are we at with this? Okay, so this is pretty first level, first pass. I think a lot of this is I consider that second pass worthy until here. So we gotta, I think, get this part figured out. That's what we were on. So for those that weren't here last time, we're working on more of the little like corner things that pop up down there, and I am working on one for Michael doing ghost facts. So this is about being spooky. So she gets scared, and she was like, ah. exactly when I first started watching your content on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I was still in middle school. Wow, I feel old. Yeah, no, that's actually cool. It's actually, at least for a lot of people in the fandom, that's not outside the norm. Yeah. That means you've probably been around for a while, because usually like middle school meant that it probably was early fandom. Most of the people I see popping up new in the fandom in the last couple of years have been like in the 20s at least. Can't believe I'm making stuff like well, I think it's this March. I think March is when we do our stream anniversary. It'll be 10 years of streaming, because I started doing it on a weekly basis in 2023 or 2013 March. No, 2014. I started animating in 2020 or 2013. Bird's in 2 weeks. Well, you're like almost a Christmas baby. It was like 8 or 9 when I first joined. Oh, okay. Well, you'll have to bring it up again in a couple weeks, Blur. Like she's gonna sneeze. But then it doesn't come. She looks so sad there. Her escape. Do I have her fall backwards or jump backwards? I feel like she'd have to fall backwards, because if she jumped backwards, she would have jumped backwards already. She wouldn't like go and then jump. So I feel like I'm gonna have to have her fall, which means I might have to do the hoof cookies that Michael wants. Okay, so we're gonna do full in right now. Okay, so she goes to here and try to stop on the day since you stream on the day. This is the 17th. You're turning 19. Nice. 17th, what day is that? It's the game. We're doing game stuff. I'm guessing you've had the issue then of everybody mixes your Christmas and your birthday presents together. Actually, no. Well, that's good. Actually, I know somebody that their birthday is Christmas Eve, I believe. Or is it Christmas Day? At that point, it really doesn't matter. And I know they've had complaints. I guess maybe you got a far enough distance apart. She probably should be still a bit here. Okay, maybe a little less. No ghosts. Bad ghosts. I feel like what's the name of the ghost? It's called Michael in 6 months. Also, 26 will be my follow-versary. Does it tell you that? I don't look into Twitch enough. Parents' anniversary is October 30th. That means anything? We got married on like the day before Halloween. I hope it was a like themed wedding. That'd be pretty cool. Most family has December birthdays, so they know the feeling and try to avoid it. Okay. Well, that's good. Just whether or not the rest of your family does. I mean, beyond your immediate, unless it's they also have December's birthdays. Okay, so I want to have her start to fall backwards here and just react to it. A bit more. I'll probably redo all the legs with this, but I just want to get an idea as to what this looks like. Where's your shoulder? All right, and all this left shoulder. Oh, it's like in there. Okay. Born in Cinco de Mayo, or on Cinco de Mayo. Well, that's nifty. Everybody's got like fancy birthdays. Actually, mine's on the or almost, but it's sometimes on the fall solstice. Or fall solstice. What the fuck am I talking about? Fall equinox. I don't believe in astrology stuff, but I know for many of those things, it's like on the cusp of two. You'll be able to buy alcohol in the US before Blur. You know people. Also, alcohol's expensive. I have some. But I don't know. I used to be like, yay, booze is, get crunk. Now it's more of certain alcohols I just really like the flavor of. So like I like Dr. Pepper, but like most soda's too fizzy. This is Dr. Pepper with a little bit of apple whiskey in it, and it just smooths it out. So to me, it just has a much better texture. It doesn't feel so bubbly. Okay, she needs to be more this way and more this way. A little bit less that way, and a little actually more that way. And then more locking the shoulders might be iffy here though, because if I don't keep them locked, there's a good chance that they do not behave correctly, but I can't keep them locked because it'll make problems for other things. Do a little less worry and put your eyes up a little bit. Okay, so she starts falling, but she's not really actually falling. I think I need to have her. Let's go. I need to have it like on the direction of the camera, like here. That's a bit better, and that'll be transitioned into a bit of her continuing to fall. Kind of like that. How would that look? That's fine. I mean, she's not actually off camera though. Okay. Okay. There we go. I want to see my monster can collection. Is it a capital M? Like, do you collect cans of Monster Energy drink? Tongue appears to be clipping through her mouth a good bit. Oh yeah, it does. I'll worry about that later. I can't type. We're all in that club. Oh, sunset. All right, now let's get this ghost in here, but we have to delay his motion. Let's probably put him closer to here. And then move this a little bit in. I don't want to have this going too long. Gonna go have dinner. We've been eating leftover Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving food, I guess, for like since Saturday. Still got a couple more days of it. You need to grab a chair. Okay, I think that is good. So I think this, I'll do like that, maybe? Hello, Michael.
Hello. How excited is everyone? How cookie does cookie being right off the bat?
Somebody was waiting for you.
Yes, I see that.
Oh, it was, yeah, Niski.
You guys been having fun without me?
Well, then eat faster.
Well, I had to stop at the thrift store too.
Why?
I was super disappointed because you and Draft have something in common. You both tell me you have ponies at the thrift store, but you don't buy. And then when I get there, they're gone.
Because people like ponies.
Yeah. But you talked about.
I like there's some probably little girl that was like super excited, finally got her pony, and you're like, no,
that's
put
my
it back.
Pony. Put it back with my pony. No, it's like apparently a big Pinkie Pie plush, a standing one. He said it was super big, and I was like, when I get there, it's not there.
Which thrift store?
Going across the street.
From us? Mm-hmm. Draft said that?
Yeah.
Why was Draft?
He stopped there after the thing of the weekend.
Yeah, but I was there yesterday. I would have told you if I saw it.
Well, is he messing with me?
No, it probably was there, but it wasn't there yesterday. He said after Saturday. That was Monday yesterday.
So it was already gone.
Yeah, yesterday it was gone. It was Saturday that you said he was there.
Yeah,
that's the days.
It was gone By Monday, apparently. Party can't kick off till you arrive. That's correct. I'm thinking, I'm boom. You guys were all in chat, and he was just like, "So the horse, it has a tail, and I move it like this."
Oh, this is fun.
They're not doing hoof cookies though.
Well, we'll see, because she's slowly going backwards.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see about or if there's going to be hoof cookies.
Yeah.
But it's gonna.
It's not because I said it though.
It's not because she's trying to push them away, but
trying to keep balance.
Well, she's falling backwards. She's gonna break something.
Hello, Vanilla Beam. I always want to say Vanilla Bean, but it's Beam. All your name does is remind me that I need new glasses.
Like a new prescription, or
yeah, I really need to do that at some point. But who has the time?
to go to the doctor?
Doctor? No, I'd go to a excuse me, ham in my throat. I would go to like Target again.
Yeah, but you're saying that the optometrists there don't have doctorates?
I'm sure they do, but they're like
Then they're a doctor.
Target optometrists.
Wow. Slap to the face of optometrists everywhere.
Is when I lived in Kentucky, there was a clinic inside the Kroger's, and it was just Kroger's clinic. And yes, they have a degree, I'm certain, but they're still working at a Kroger clinic, and that's not quite the same as, you know, having like your own private practice. It's like
well, a private. Not every doctor can have a private. practice.
No. But remember Idiocracy when the lawyer said he got his degree at Costco? It's kind of like that. I'm sure it's a perfectly valid degree, but it's still Costco. But you're all doing great work. There's like going to be one doctor. It's like, I work at a Kroger clinic, and he just slams the digital door. Never comes back. Find out it was Blur the fluffy cheetah all along. No, I mean, I went to them. They were cheap. It was $20 copay. Of course I was going to go there.
First being spooked by the phantom of the earwax. Actually, where's one of his eyes?
Like, there was a private practice I went to. You know what the copay they wanted? It was like $120. I immediately left. I just turned around, walked out the door, and went to the Kroger clinic. $20 copay.
Most are 50.
Nah, that's 20.
I mean, nowadays, when you wait, Kroger clinic.
Mm-hmm.
But you never went to the eye doctor when you were in Kentucky.
No, this was for like other stuff.
Oh, I thought you were talking. Well, okay, optometrists are a little different.
No, I went to the optometrist at Target when I got here. It's also cheap.
Why is... Okay, there, it pops up. Okay.
Say that, and then when you go to the Costco doctor, be like, I went to a doctor at Costco.
It depends. If you go to Applebee's for your doctor, because it also comes with like a free basket of nachos.
I mean, yeah.
And like you have a heart condition, you need to back up on the high cholesterol food. All right, but where are my nachos?
Where are my free nachos? And the doctor just hangs his head. Here's your coupon.
The doctor brings it to you.
Yes, thank you for coming to Applebee's.
Yeah.
Just a single tear rolls down his eye. Oh, their future. The only doctor at Costco is Dr. Pepper.
Taco
But
Bell's,
he's highly recommended.
like Taco Bell's Mexican cuisine and like clinic.
Oh no.
The problem is everybody's going to be diagnosed with the problem because you're eating Taco Bell.
Every time they come in to see the doctor, I don't understand, doctor. I see you every weekend, but
Dr. Belgrande.
no. I'm looking forward to this. I like Taco Bell. People give Taco Bell crap, but
I would like to order a Crunchwrap Supreme and a colonoscopy.
oh no! Oh no! The implications. Where all the taco?
That's a number 4.
Here, their laxative is just a burrito. It's like, eat this before the surgery; it'll clear you out. Oh. Poopy ghost.
She should
Would you
have.
like to supersize that? Oh no, the colonoscopy. Yes.
No.
Use the big camera. I want mine done in high def.
Do you order from like one of the panels out front?
It's just a kiosk.
You just kiosk. Wait, do you go through the colonoscopy drive-through?
Stick the butt out the window.
Oh no.
This is the future we're all.
Oh, it is. You go to distance, hands you a large bottle of last rinse and spit. Yeah, actually, that maybe.
This seems efficient. That's what this is. Used space. No. Don't use hot sauce for that. It's not okay.
That's right. There we go.
I guess die, you think?
This goes? Mm-hmm. Why did he have to die?
I mean, what? He had to have lived to become a ghost, right? You can't just be born a ghost.
I don't know. You're the one with the ghost facts.
I mean, there was that baby ghost in Mario's mansion. That's depressing. Think about it. You ever played Luigi's Mansion?
I have not. I've heard it's good.
There's a baby ghost in there, and that's just depressing. If you like, oh, that's sad. Sadness. You know, Jubbly, you know the ghost factor behind that ghost model. I'm listening, or I'm reading, rather.
It is from TF2, so it depends on if
there's an actual lore behind the ghost.
Maybe.
It's like, fell down a stairs. That's it. Okay, so it's supposed to be the ghost of the owner of the red and blue teams. What's his name? Man guy. The guy who owns
The Australian guy?
Yeah, with the hat. That's all I was trying to get with the hat.
The guy wearing shorts and no shirt, big furry chest. The hat is the thing you focus on.
Father of the teams, not Saxon Hell.
Ah, the old man.
There's a father of the teams?
Yeah.
Who the heck's that? I haven't gotten deep enough into TF2 lore, apparently. I know of Saxon Hale and I know of Marasmus, and then like the playable characters, and that's about it. I know there's a father of the teams. Redmon and Blue Thatch made the teams. That sounds like Pokemon. Go Redmon!
You just summon an old man in a wheelchair. Like,
Yes. What? Get him, Grandpa! Hit him, Charmander, and just set your grandpa on fire. And that's how ghost Pokemon are made. And that's your ghost fan.
But they request a ghost. Oh, actually, we don't have the request yet for it yet, do we?
No, you're working on it. You're actively trying to make it.
Yeah. All right, Michael.
Yeah? I do. I do it.
We might have to do some kind of hoof kickies.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I am gonna kind of cheat it a little
No,
bit.
here's the thing though. It wasn't me. It was your idea.
No, I was kind of anticipating I was gonna need it from the beginning, but it's way more fun giving you shit.
She could put in that dress. Cute dress.
Oh, she's scared. Do you want to have her make wetness in the dress?
No. Why are you assuming she's wetting herself?
Because look, it's Fluttershy.
Wow. That would be embarrassing. Even without pants.
There we go.
Olivia, man. Now, the TF2 lore has apparently gotten too far beyond me. It used to just be psychopaths blowing each other up. And now it's got like, back in the days of 2010, there was a man, a color blue and a color red man. And they created the teams. And then I get lost. They're going, she's trying to swim. She's like, you gotta put her, you gotta like the thing where you're holding the puppy over the water. This is like, you just gotta get a guy, a big hands just holding her over the tub.
Why big hands?
Because it's
Why
tiny.
can't he have little hands?
Well, this is tiny. It's gotta be somebody who can hold her up above the water.
Maybe he's just a big person with little hands.
Tiny pony.
But what if it's like he's like 9 feet tall?
No.
Basically,
Like,
9 feet tall with small hands is Adam.
she's like tiny dog size.
Adam said before, he's like, my hands are unnaturally small for my height. He went to one of the card shops and there's somebody there his height, but he goes, yeah, so his hand could like wrap around mine. He's just got tiny hands. I know I needed to get the timing on that done here, because what I want to do is go to her and see if I can just kind of cheat it a little bit. So we're going to say from here we're going to paste it a little bit.
Spy Scout's dad, but he thinks it's Chuck Jones, the animator who like used to animate Looney Tunes cartoons. That's the only Chuck Jones I know. Not Chuck Jones. What is his name? Like between drawing Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, he was making out with Scout's mom.
Why'd you say Chuck Jones? Like, apparently you have Chuck Jones in the mind. Tom Jones?
Tom and Jerry?
Tom Jones. Okay, Tom Jones, sure. But Tom and Chuck are not the same.
No, Chuck Jones is a famous animator.
Yeah, I get that.
You should know all animators. All animators know every other animator, even the dead ones.
They speak to me in my sleep.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
No, he's dead.
It was some generic white name. And then Jones. I don't know. Is Chuck generic? Tom?
Because of Charlie Brown, I'd say yeah.
Okay.
Chuck is just Charlie. It's pretty generic.
Okay, I'm okay with what that does. I just need to speed up Fluttershy a little bit here.
It's so cute. It's trying to live. You gotta animate that next. You gotta do the thing over the top with Fluttershy. She won't be just that face. She's just starts swimming.
Okay, so she's she does that. That's fine for the speed, but what I actually want, I'm going to take, gotta do it this way, this, and we're going to, wrong way. Gonna release, no, hold, okay. Because what this will do is it'll allow it to be fast at the beginning, and then she kind of slows down. So that's perfect. So we'll just grab that. So hold and release are about, if you have a bit like this, it's release squeezes everything towards the middle. Well, hold pushes it towards the edges. It gets a little annoying because it'll be randomly normal speed and then suddenly it'll change at the edge. But in this situation, it's actually pretty nice. Or if you want to, it's nice for staggering speeds and stuff. So if you have a bunch of bones that are doing very similar things, like if you have like 5 models that are just copy paste animation, you can use that, just tiny little bits on everybody, and it will mistime everybody ever so slightly, which is actually pretty nice. I don't get why it's called hold and release, but
Dude, I don't hear a lot of young people getting named Chuck. It's all like,
well, how many young people do you know?
enough. Some.
4.
Adam.
Is not. Adam's in his 20s.
That's young.
He's almost 30.
It's still 20s.
I mean, just because he's 30 years younger than you.
Declan's younger. It's like 25.
But young, if you're talking about new kids, you can't skip a quarter of a century forward from birth.
People below the age of 20 don't exist to me. They are set pieces in the background, like bushes. Or like
okay, so
like
popular baby names current in the Social Security Administration. We got Liam is number 1.
what is this, worldwide or like just US?
This is from Social Security, so it's going to be probably
US.
America. Theodore, that's still popular. Benjamin, Lucas, Liam,
I
really?
don't like any of those. All those names are awful. Luna, except Luna. Luna's a good one.
Luna.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good name. Actually, you know, if I ever had a daughter, I thought I would name them Zoe.
Okay, so Chuck.
like Zoe.
How popular is Chuck?
I mean,
Chuck is not in the top 1,000 names for any year of birth beginning with
try
2020.
Charlie, because people who call it Chuck, it's Charlie, and then there you go.
They're like in the hundreds.
So
So I mean, that's actually not that bad.
we do know one Chuck.
So for 2022, there were 2,322 kids named Charlie.
Yeah, and we do know one Chuck. Then it's
I know a Charlie.
yeah, we both do.
Well, I have a nephew named Charlie too.
Oh, do you ever call him Chuck?
No,
Should.
they call him Charles sometimes, but just for fun.
No, that's like the snooty direction. You want to go for the fun direction.
Chuckles. They're oh god, what? Who used to say Chuckles all the time?
It was Draft, because that's what he refers to when he calls talks about Charlie.
Oh no, it was when I worked in trucking, there was a guy EJ that worked on the dock, and he would call everybody Chuckles. He'd be like, "Sup, Chuckles?"
That's annoying.
Yeah, literally for a decade. I worked there for like 13 years.
At least he didn't have to remember anyone's name.
But it was everybody was Chuckles to him. I was trying to think. I thought it was a different guy that worked there, but his nickname was Jingles. And it was because he had a giant thing of keys on his belt, and one of the ladies just started calling him Jingles, so people just started calling him Jingles.
Here comes Jingles.
Yep. What was his name? I don't actually remember his name. Yeah. He was like my report, not my report to, but like the guy that I worked with for, God, like 5 or 6 years doing a job there.
His legal name is Jingles now. Yes, that seems to make things easier.
That lady would give everybody nicknames.
I can't remember anyone. I remember the names of like 4 people I used to work with.
One of my favorite things I did there was she was very big on she wanted to be a part of everything, whatever, but she, like opinions mattered to her, and she was also a gossiper. And I remember like some people wondering about a place order pizza, and she sold them Zebras, which has been long out of business, but had great pizza. And so they ordered it through there by her recommendation. And she mentioned something about it, and I heard her back there, and they're like, "Ah, pizza's really good." And I'm like, I don't know. They keep saying the pizza's a bunch of shit. And I remember she was a big lady. She like got up from the chair, charged around the corner, and just came in there bitching at them about pizza that they're saying is really good. She's like, it was so.
She thought it was shit.
No, because they did. No, they thought it was good. I just lied.
Oh,
I just told her a whole lie, and she got in there, and she will not let you talk until she's done. So she just started bitching at them, like, what's going on here? And I'm laughing. That was so fun.
One of my coworkers call me Squeaky.
You are kind of squeaky.
I prefer Mr. Moore at work. Very boring, I know.
You're Dr. Moore.
I don't prefer that. That's something.
Right, because
I've started.
Because you're an optometrist at Target.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, I remember. Squeaky. I remember that guy when we worked in documentation. What was that lady's nickname for you? My nickname was Junior. I started there when I was 18, and she, I think, was my age at that point. So yeah, so I was just young. So I was Junior, but I'm still Junior to her. She still texts me here and there, and yeah, I am forever Junior.
True to say the least. Never really had a lot of nicknames for work, other than the one you just mentioned. Even when I started doing the pony stuff, everybody had their pony names, and I would just show up to the conventions being like, "Hi, I'm Mike."
I did have the problem though of small world situation. One of the ladies that I currently work with, and I've been working with now for like 6 years or something. She got me my current job. One of the days she comes in and she goes, "How's it going, Junior?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hi." And she goes, "I know that nickname now." I'm like, "How the hell would you know that?" So apparently she went to a place to get some juice, like one of those fancy juice places that's you charge you like $15 for a glass of liquid. And there was a lady there that was talking in line, and like my current coworker is also very chatty, and so got in a conversation with her, and they got talking, and then they talked about work, and she mentioned where she worked, and she says, "Oh, I know somebody that works there," and then mentioned me, and she goes, "Wait, I know him." And so that coworker and her got to meet up, and then I'm like, "Oh, this is very dead. This is not good." No. So yeah, that was, but they're like, I work way miles and miles from that place, but she happens to live up there in that area and happened to go to that place at the same time that she also happened to be there, and said something that had them like, what are the chances?
The stars aligned.
That was so crazy.
You're forever Junior. Yes, apparently.
I kind of was for a while, but I mean, I don't interact with those people anymore. I used to go back and visit that place. It was a trucking company I worked at, but when I left, they were already like, corporate was doing a lot of bad things, and that's kind of one of the reasons I left. They were being assholes, and it wasn't long after that some of them just started saying screw it. They'd been there for like 20 years, but then when the old owner sold to another company, an investment place, and then they started merging and making a bunch of changes, everybody left. I don't think there's a single person that's still left there. I think there's maybe like one guy, but it was because he was like close to retirement. But the last I checked, he was still there, and he was close to retirement a decade ago. So the medical bills, as far as last I checked.
I think with me, I never liked nicknames because in school when I was a kid, nicknames were never positive things. So I never really enjoyed associating with names that just weren't my name. I think the only one is that I was okay with for a while was the one I gave myself, which was Toenail.
You can't give yourself a nickname. Nicknames are for other people's. That's your screen name.
Yes, but when people start referring to
you know what your nickname is?
What?
Michael.
That's fine.
Not Mike. Do you even care about Mike?
You can say Michael.
Or is it Michael?
Either or.
No. There's always a preference.
No, there really isn't.
Because I like saying Michael because it's like, you know, when somebody's like a kid's misbehaving and the parent uses their full name.
Yes.
I feel like using your full name just, I don't know, it's more fun.
Yeah. No, I really do not have a preference. Family tends to use Michael more than Mike, and coworkers tend to use Mike more, but I honestly do not care. Hello, Esteban. Welcome.
Hello, Esteban. There's so many nicknames. You do. I think that might be a bit much. Yeah.
Jeez. There's so much hair.
The hair I can worry about positioning for a little later. I think I'm gonna have her head.
Cookie derby. Let's get that cookie. You're gonna get it someday. She's gonna get a big old bite.
See when she goes off screen, she threw it, and then it just starts rolling around, and then she comes back. She's like, "Where'd it go?"
It's your fun time cookie. Hey.
And one day she'll get the cookie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do sometime. Just have cookie derpy, but then like you can make a channel collective point thing and make it like for 1,000,000 points. She get the cookie.
She finally get the cookie.
She keep the cookie.
Take a bite. You'd have to make a whole model with the bite taken out of it. Wouldn't be hard, honestly, but just take the cookie model and edit it so that you can break a piece off.
So it wouldn't be difficult, but you'd have to retexture the inside and remap the textures to it, which probably wouldn't be that bad either. You'd have to have it in multiple places, maybe, because you take multiple bites.
It could be done in a couple hours.
Also, like if you had one with and one without, when she bit into it, you have to have the mouth over fully where the bite is. Otherwise, when it switches models to be the one without the bite or with the bite, you don't want to have it popping. So then you might have to like take that piece of it and make it a separate model so that when she like bites into it, it like shrinks down and actually you can see it like disappear.
You would just take the model and just have it break upable.
Break upable?
Yeah, that's a word.
No, according to Google, you're full of shit.
Google's wrong. Break upable, not breakable. Break upable. Hey, Pony, see a cookie roll past here? It's just my cookie. not touch it. I like the horse. Yeah, I'm just sitting thinking to myself, I could have gotten a big old derpy, or not derpy, picky. If he told me there was a giant derpy plush at the thrift store, I would have left work for the day. Is he going to get it? Seems like it's always Pinkie Pie stuff, or more so than any other horse. I did see an Izzy figure at the thrift store, and I saw a Pinkie Pie puzzle in a small box.
Yeah, those were there yesterday too.
Yeah,
but I don't like buying puzzles because you don't know.
Yeah,
like you don't want to buy a puzzle then put the whole database in one piece. Something.
I'm a little bit more careful about what I buy now, just because, not that I don't want it, it's that I'm out of shelf space. I am proper out of shelf space.
You could be completely out of shelf space, Michael.
Yes, but if something's really good, I'll still get it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to buy every horse thing I see. I want to.
There was one time I was like, Michael, I saw a horse thing at the store, and you said, why did you not buy it?
Yeah, because you've seen good horse things. Like that Pinkie Pie Bank thing. I would have bought that in an instant.
Where would you put it?
I don't know. Some of it's kind of flooding out into the living room just a little bit. Only a little.
Only a little bit.
It's like the crackles out there. It's being getting squished by two Celesties. And
well, to some people, that's their dream come true.
Yes. Crackle may be among them. I don't know that I ever showed anybody that Crackle plush.
Only kids got you?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's all the way upstairs. Maybe I'll go get it if I have to go upstairs for a drink. Hello, Kite. How are you?
She still seems a little bit jerky.
It snowed this morning. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
I hate it.
Why?
Because it was on the road.
Barely.
Yeah, but still, it's a
traffic was
warning.
barely affected.
Well, everybody slowed down. There weren't people flying off the road, but they all were taking it easy. Because it's the ice you gotta worry about. It's all gone by the time I left. Still. Godzilla -1. I feel like I don't understand that title. Godzilla -1. -1 what? -1 Godzilla?
Maybe it's just a really cheap way of stating prequel. Instead of 2.
Seems like a bad name. Like Godzilla the Awakening or something. Could be like the prequel. Not Godzilla -1, as though it's some sort of math problem. If you take one god and minus a Godzilla, what do you have? That's right. Charmander.
What? Wait, where did Pokemon come in?
It's like a mini Godzilla. Yeah? Tiny one? Maybe it's just the opposite. Maybe you just get share. Is that what the opposite of a Godzilla is? Just share? I don't know what the opposite of a Godzilla is. Oh, it's basically just a retelling of the very first Godzilla movie. So they remade the very first movie. That's kind of neat.
can just watch that all day. Couldn't you?
I could just look at that cookie, and then no, I was thinking of something that you might actually do. I wouldn't like that.
What?
Where she just like, help me get this cookie. I can't get this cookie. Help me. I'm hungry. Don't get that cookie. I just gonna imagine.
I'm out of booze. I gotta get more booze.
Yep.
You want booze?
Yes.
What do you want?
Surprise me.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't know what's in there. Hi.
No smooching.
See me what? Yeah. Watching me, guys. Couldn't find that. I wouldn't put her in tub. Oh, you came back.
Oh no, I came back. Why would I do that?
I don't know. Everything's very beige all of a sudden for no particular reason.
Why is there a bathtub?
I'm going more bathtub. Stopped me. He stopped me in
I don't have my recycle bin in here yet.
This, I'll remember it.
Is it a coaster?
There's no coaster.
Is it still cold?
No.
Okay. Well, that's the lower alcohol content Mexican honey. We have another one in the fridge, but that one's like 10%. That's the like 5.5% one.
So standard beer.
Yeah. It still tastes the same, just not so kick your ass worthy. What do I got here for dehydrates? Oh, I got 4. Oh my god, there's I leave for like a second. There's a ton of stuff.
wait.
Cheers, Karina. Huh?
Dusty Cat said no smooching. Oh, Dusty.
No smooching.
This is no smooching. Don't you want
Why-
smooching? We're in the tub.
I know you want.
She's going swim.
She gotta be like, oh nope, she's got that one. Okay. There we go. Well, she's like in the tub though. Does she get faster and then she realizes that it's not good. She's going to drown.
I feel like it's a weird number of people all of a sudden
Cheers,
start
Jelly.
posting things.
21st birthday is on a Monday. It's fine. It's fine. Just take the Tuesday off because it's not the Monday you have to worry about. It's the Tuesday. And then cheer jelly in the second one there.
Congratulations on getting old.
God, I have a bunch of them. Oh, cheers, Nicey. You grew up using this kind of tub. Well, you should have scrubbed it. little bit of build up and like wow.
I mean, that kind of tub is really nice.
It's this
not that rusted.
If it's this rusted, it's either because this has been abandoned for 40 years or
It would have had.
it's been underwater.
outside for that long.
In 2025. So you still got a couple of years. And then Matt, cheers to.
Yeah, those kind of tubs, those solid porcelain tubs, those aren't cheap.
When was my 21st? That would have been. Mine was a Friday. That was actually convenient.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember what it was, but yeah, my brother took me up north, in northern Minnesota, and went to a small town, went to a small bar there. Didn't pay for a drink, and it wasn't that my brother did either. The bartender, knew it was my 21st birthday. They kept bringing me drinks. We didn't order anything. He just kept bringing stuff, and then they never charged at the end of the night. I know that the
Sounds so dangerous.
yeah, I had so many mixed drinks, and I was trash. But the bartenders, or the bar's owner's wife, was behind the bar too. Yeah. And so she was also trashed and was like playing some games with us, and like she was just slurring her speech the whole time.
No, that's cool. They did that for you. That is a special day.
What do you even do on Mondays? Well, I have a 9-to-5 job, so work. But other than that, like, normally drinking is an evening activity. Like, you don't want to like have this whole day to celebrate, but then like get trashed early and then be passed out for the rest of it. Enjoy the evening. And it was a weekday because I had a drink after school. Oh, sister. Okay.
You had a drink? Crazy.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do here. Not Kiki Fluttershy.
I drank yesterday, and I drank the day before that.
Did I have one yesterday? I think I might have had one, mainly for the caffeine.
You didn't like it. Nancy said they had a drink yesterday, but then they said they didn't like it.
No. She says she was talking about her had a drink after school with sister, and she says she didn't like it. So not yesterday.
Oh. Weekday.
It was a chocolate flavored drink with Kahlua. You kind of have to like not coffee, but at least coffee-esque. And also chocolate flavored booze is like super sweet, super rich with alcohol. That's not going to be a good time in your stomach. Maybe a one if you're having a meal, sure, but if that's like the thing you're having, no, that's bad.
I just want to put whiskey in a frappuccino. That's who I am.
But that's just kind of like an like putting a little Kahlua in a coffee. That's a little different than a super sugared ice cream sundae. Yo,
Derpy, if you want derpies, you can get the cookie derpy to come out. I don't know how you do it. I think it's magic. People in chat know. What is it? Like exclamation mark derpy cookie?
No, it's just a channel point.
Oh, it's channel points. You gotta get channel points so you can summon the derpies.
Yeah, it's just like, I think it's. Do you not know how? Yeah, it's that.
It's that. The cookie's over. Get that cookie. I couldn't bite that cookie. I don't know how this works. I haven't been in that chat in a very long time. The internet is a weird and strange thing to me. Join us, Mike. I'll join you in the chat. But I can already talk to you like this, like an old person do. Like, it's like, hi, look at your kids all over there in their box. I shall talk to Whiskachino. Yes. Delicious. Once you're 21. And not before then. It's, I want Futurama. Alcohol is very, very bad until you're 21. That is very, very good.
I'm kind of going for, what was it? No, what was
He's screaming at me.
No, what was the name?
This is one tough cookie. What up, though?
Yeah, this one. This remember that one?
That from?
I don't know, but this is what I'm kind of going for with it.
I hope that's from.
And she's like,
I really hope that's like an after-school special where it's like, your friend is doing marijuana.
it is the longer version.
Oh. I need to know what that's from. I'm bothered by it now. Is there not a know your meme for it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. That's tenor. Okay, that's not it.
Among Us.
I found it better doing it this
Nope.
oh, I'd have to know what it's called.
Maybe the chat can find out for me. I've sent you all on a mission. What is that head shake thing from? Do my bidding. The power of the internet. We're gonna go on some like pixel art thing. We're gonna wreck it up because that's what people with internet power do.
So technically, she's kind of looking at
Making
this.
out with the ghost in that one.
She's kind of looking at it. It's far away, but I think if I put it up close. Oh, that actually does help. Okay.
Why is it dark outside at 5 p.m.? This is unacceptable. I agree. I absolutely agree. It's depressing to go into work and when you come out for it to be pitch black, you've missed your entire day. Like, it feels weird going in. Even when I went into the thrift store, it felt weird. It felt like, shouldn't this place be closed? It's clearly pitch black out. Everything should be closed now. That isn't like a grocery store. Her tongue is falling out of her face.
I know it was mentioned. That is not something I need to worry about in the immediate, though. If I change something, then I might have to change that. So
if your tongue was falling out of your face, I'd worry about it in the immediate, but I see how it is. I'm gonna have to figure out the shake face thing myself. My internet minions aren't doing my bidding. Wow.
maybe they gotta just do the research.
Well, let's see if I can beat them now. If they're even trying. How can I internet faster on my S7 phone that uses
Micro distraction.
USB? It's a cookie.
See, they're doing it, but now they gotta distract you.
Looking for cookie different distractions. You don't understand the request. I wanted to know where that meme was.
No, it's the shake head meme. We're just like, I have no idea what this is from. Like what movie or show? I have no idea. It's an old meme.
It's an old meme, but it checks out. Oh, it's from the an Italian Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man.
I think so.
I want to know what the music is because it better be super dramatic. And I hope he keeps doing that for like a good minute and a half.
They do. They do have a thing called Know Your Meme.
Yeah, it was just know your meme. It only works though if you know what the meme is called. If you don't know exactly what it's called, then you can't find it. But imagine the gadget My Little Pony cards exist. They're actually really cool. I like the art. I think there's 4 of them. Oh yeah, White Circus decided at 5 p.m. Yeah, actually, it does suck when you have a job that like you go to work and it's dark and then you come out and it's dark. I'm actually at work. I'm right by a window, but they're they have a lot of like darkening filters on them. So sometimes it's like I'll be like, "Is it storming?" I was like, "Oh no, it's just partly cloudy." So, but at least I buy a window. Nice for that.
It's from Italian Spider-Man. That's what it is from. And I found the whole the 13-second clip.
Wait. Wait, you know that's great, but like we are.
Yes, I know. I wanted to make you happy.
I know, but like, all right, everybody, we're gonna go watch. We're gonna go look at my phone for the next 5 minutes, because according to Michael, that's the normal thing. So we'll see you guys in a bit. I gotta check my Twitter.
Okay.
There's nothing on there. Is there any new posts now? Because this is as entertaining as for everybody, isn't it?
Letting people know that it is Italian Spider-Man, and then they can find it themselves. You're on your own, chat.
That's what you get for not giving me what I want.
If clearly they weren't paying attention to begin with, otherwise they would have told me about Italian Spider-Man. Get that cookie. Get that cookie. That's probably the greatest movie ever made.
Derpy?
No, Italian Spider-Man. Derpy's just the best character ever in any franchise.
Of any franchise ever.
Ever, yeah.
So
She should be in more stuff.
So she's better than Rainbow Dash?
Yeah. Obviously.
So you gonna tell Rainbow Dash that she's not that good?
It's not as good as Derpy, but she knows already. She knows that. She knows she's not as good as Derpy.
I beg to differ.
She would agree.
Rainbow Dash is very stuck up and self-centered, so she would definitely be like,
what would you say so horrible things about Rainbow Dash? She's right there.
but you don't care about Rainbow Dash.
No, she's pretty great.
She's right there. We got Rainbow. There's a rainbow.
Show her butt.
We do have a rainbow.
What about that rainbow? He's like sniff.
She want boops.
Why you guys not give the horse boops?
No. Just on the chair next to me.
Derpy recolored Rainbow Dash. Yes. The rainbow recolor. I made a point during that entire panel to never refer to her as Rainbow Dash. She was always the rainbow recolor. It's fun.
The Derpy appreciation panel.
Yeah.
Which I keep forgetting. I made that. I put the panel to recording together.
You did?
I put it on the channel.
Yeah.
All I needed to do was add a thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's still unlisted.
Yeah.
That was like 5 months ago.
You're about like that. Maybe some of the positive feedback would give me the motivation to do more stuff.
No.
No. Water.
Share screen. I do really like having the different sound effects for those because, like, now I know what it is that was selected without having to go read it.
Crazy sunset. This is Michael censorship. It's true. Not sure what you're talking about, but it's absolutely true. Noah and Silver are? They were at my stream yesterday.
Having a life.
They're just not at your stream. It's coming
They can do. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, like not come to your stream.
Good. You can just make them feel bad.
Not making you feel bad.
But it's not going to work that way. You're going to make them feel bad.
No. They'll be like, why would we hang out with that loser when we can hang out with you, Mike? Be like, it's so true.
My entire self-value is determined by the appreciation of two people. No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, me? Watch out, he's your landlord. No. I'm like, those are my plushies now. I'll just cry.
No, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you did put them in the public space, which is my domain. So
the event in my domain. All items are forfeit. Derpy makes the perfect Christmas star.
Oh, yeah, that Derpy's mine now.
But she got a little hat.
I mean, have you fed her?
I feed her every day.
No, you don't.
Boops.
No, you don't.
Derpy's eat boops.
I can guarantee you haven't booped her. Because that would require you leaning over a couch, and you're way too lazy for that.
Wow.
Am I lying?
Have you left the house today?
Yes, I went to work.
You left the house to go to work? Since when?
I went this morning, you know, when you were out cleaning your car, and I'm like, oh, good. I thought I'd have to wait for you to, like, get out of my way.
You didn't even come out of your room the whole time this morning.
Because you got out to your car early. Normally, there's, like, no reason to rush because you don't wait. You, like, wait until, like, suddenly you're like, oh, shit, I gotta go to work. And
no,
then,
that's when I leave for work.
But you're in my way, and I'm like, I gotta go, and then
You don't have to.
So I'm like, well, I might as well not get up and sit on the couch for 15 minutes until you're ready to go.
I get up, shower, make breakfast.
Yeah, I don't eat breakfast.
Dressed.
And I showered the night before.
Yeah, because you're bum.
Yeah, so that means that, you know what I do? I wake up, I put on my coat, and I walk out the door. That's it. Like, I can wake up 5 minutes before I leave.
You do. It's weird. Who does that?
Me.
Are you even safe to drive? Are you even, like, fully awake? You're just murdering people on your way out.
Yeah, well, definitely. There's so many murders. Back over some dogs.
Yeah.
That's the negative. But I could have run over children, but no, dogs.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of bitches
does anyone
anyway.
Really care about children? What have children ever done for anybody? Bunch of moochers. Stealing my Pinkie Pie plush. It was one of them. Shakes fist. Don't they know that ponies are for adults? Most of them weren't even alive at this point when the G4 was popular. They could have afforded, I don't know, there was like a Cabbage Patch Kid doll there. Maybe the kid would have loved that instead. You don't know what kids like. There's also that Cabbage Patch Kid doll I bought and then ripped the head off of. They didn't get that.
So yeah, so they should be buying the dolls to save them from you.
I did. I finally threw out the head. I didn't see a point in keeping it. I really hope Toy Story's not real. Because the last thing I need is that Cabbage Patch Kid doll coming back from like the trash to like murder me in my sleep. It would too. Like Toy Story is a horror film. Do not need that. Like, did you ever see the later Toy Stories? When they show Sid as an adult, like a young adult, he has a therapist he has to talk to because the toys messed him up. He's like broken.
I would probably be broken too because nobody's gonna believe you.
No, of course not. Poor Sid was traumatized. All he was doing was like blowing up some toys for kicks and giggles, and they came to life and traumatized him.
Well, yeah, but if they were actually living things,
But they're not. Question mark.
but if they're not living things, then what are they?
No, in
What's the
Toy Story they are.
What's the power that makes them move?
I don't know.
So I kind of want to understand how that works. Like, if you can manufacture something and suddenly it gains a life to it, but then you can tear it apart to build other things. I think like there's military use in that.
Oh,
or something.
absolutely.
Toy soldiers.
Yeah, Toy Soldiers, but they kind of touched on that in Toy Story 4, where the kid put together like the spoon and the like the pipe cleaner things, and it came to life, and they're like, oh wow, you're alive. And it just wanted to die because it wanted to be a spoon, because it was supposed to be a spoon, but it was alive. Like, no, you're a toy. It's like, I'm a spoon. It was kind of messed up. I loved it.
That does sound like something you would like for some weird, creepy reason.
It was a toy that wanted to die because it wasn't supposed to be a toy. It just wanted to be a spoon.
Okay, even though technically it's looking at it, it doesn't feel like it's looking at it.
No, it doesn't.
So I'm going to fix that. So from here to like,
I felt like I was looking at it.
Michael, did you miss the cookie?
No, Cookie Derpy, I saw her. I'm sorry.
I don't think you were
I was
looking at the
distracted between
cookie.
Cookie Derpy and Fluttershy, and there's just so much more. There's like 3 Fluttershies on the screen for me. You guys only see 2. I get 3, 4. Actually, I get 4 Fluttershies.
4?
Yeah.
Where's the 4th one?
There are 4 Fluttershies on the screen right now.
Oh, yeah, the other tiny corner Fluttershy.
Keep track of all of his Fluttershies. Too many Fluttershies. Gonna lose one. So you guys see just his screen. I get to see his screen twice. So over here on this side where the magic happens, I see his screen that he's working on, and then I see the screen that you guys see. So it's a lot of horse. I don't know. Do not know how many frames. I'm assuming 60
There's a
frames.
number in the top right. How many frames? This? Is he talking about this number?
I don't know. I don't know what that number means.
It's the time stamp.
Uh-huh.
6.2. I can change it. Like, if you right click here, time go display, just total frames. Now it'll tell me the frame number. Though it's a little goofy on how it does it. Because that's not actual frames. That is that's a 30 FPS frame timer. Well, something's wrong with that. This is the actual frame count. I can see the number here, but like if I'm at 311, it's 311. Yeah. No, that would be like 150. I don't know. Something's really, I wouldn't trust that number at all, but this number's right. I just keep it in seconds because it's easier to determine to me the seconds timer, but I have used frames mainly. If I render something, it renders each of the files in a frame number, and if I need to re-render individual frames, that's the easiest way to go and find which frame I need to re-render. Okay, let's grab this ghost and just kind of scooched him over. Okay, so
I gotta ask, did the toasted almond soap expire? You threw out the soap.
you could, unless you opened it up every time. I was sick of opening it every time.
Oh.
So I just bought the other one.
I feel like I had more in there than that.
It's a foamy one, so you kind of require it
Well, that
to.
doesn't look right. Looks like she falls backwards and the ghost just gets aggressive.
Kind of tempted to try something else here.
You do a flip? That is not. That's a bit much.
No, hold on. Well, it might be easier if I
don't know.
No, I had an idea for it, but I think it'd be easier if I do it through a different route. If I do the spin, but then move it up, I think. No, I have to do it a different way. I bet it's Angel Bunny under the sheet.
When did Angel Bunny learn to fly?
Oh wait, now I know what I need to do. I need to do it here and then loop it.
Why does this version of Source Filmmaker look old? Why does this version of Source Filmmaker look old? Why aren't you using the
because it's
the greatest?
Because it's been God knows how long since they've actually updated this software. There is Source 2, but it's the Source 2 version of Source Filmmaker doesn't have implementation of two features that are immensely important to me. One is you can't port existing models with facial features. You would have to rebuild all of them, and that is a lot of work for everything. Not worth it to me. And last I checked, they didn't have material overrides, which is also kind of a huge bit for the things that I do. So I don't because of that, I have not bothered.
I don't think Source 2's been worth it to anybody, because the only animations I've seen with Source 2 have been with the Half-Life Alex models, and that's it. Until Valve implements a seamless way to move Source 1 models into Source 2, nobody's going to use it.
Oh no, there's a lot of people that have, but it's a ton of work, and it just isn't worth it to me.
I haven't seen a lot of people using Source 2. And I feel like it's one of those things that if a programmer at Valve just took like a week, they could do it. But it just hasn't been their priority, or maybe they've already done it and they're just waiting to release like the next big Source 2 engine game before they put it out there. But who knows when that'll be. Fingers crossed it's Half-Life 3. Okay. It's a lot, but I don't hate it.
Well, he's going to be leaving here. I just need to speed up that process.
And a Halloween episode for the G5 horses that was pretty good. And Zip had a little drone inside under a sheet, and she had it like zipping around as a ghost. Pretty cool. Pretty cool horse moves. I have to say, I did enjoy the I guess you would call it the first season finale, because it does finally feel like they did the whole chapters thing, but it feels like they finally finished the first season. Like an arc completed. Welcome back. What did you have for dinner? I am curious. Small talk conversation.
How does that work?
Oh, I thought you were talking about small talk. Well,
I need to fix a little bit of her transition here, but
it feels like the ghost is immediately assaulting her.
Yeah, it is.
Violently.
There we go. Perfect. That's what I was going for. I was going for aggression. Hey, see. Have you already seen?
I feel slightly uncomfortable by this.
There are going to be more episodes of Make Your Mark. I want to see more adventures.
I do too.
I'm going to go use the restroom real quick though.
I very want to see much more than Make Your Mark. I'm very like lukewarm on tell your tale, but Make Your Mark. This animation. How this will work.
No smooching.
Why is Derpy here watching TikTok? There's no telling. No telling. I had some grilled cheese and some homemade French fries. It was pretty good. Yeah, that grilled cheese and French fries does sound pretty good. I'm wasting my points because yes. Cookie Derpy.
Eat that cookie. increasing my points because yes. Did I? Oh, for that to run 100 points. Okay.
And that's
No, I mean the cookie derpy's a waste because it doesn't give you anything,
didn't do anything.
but it makes a cookie derpy.
But if I did do something, I'm not sure what I did. I didn't do anything, but if I were to have done something, I'm not sure what I did. Look inside the no. I don't know where she went. Oh no, there she is.
And you bitch at me for doing this.
Play the video. She just kind of falls alongside of it. It didn't work. It did not work. I tried to zero derpy on it.
I think you zeroed her root. Oh, you locked
Under
like
the
the root,
ghost.
but not the rest of it. So when you zeroed it, it just caused a collapse.
Whoopsies.
Well, you know what?
The derpy fish.
It's okay. We'll just leave
No,
this
you
one.
can get rid of it.
This little pile.
It looks like one of them brain monster things. That's sad.
Hi, my name is Derpy.
I'm sad now.
Muffin.
Why do you do this?
You're the one that did it. I'm giving her life.
Her name is now Goopy.
Hello, Goopy.
Poor Goopy.
So it's like, hello, Goopy. How you feel today? Okay, that's pretty good.
Vibrates.
Do you want a cookie? Or she wants a cookie? Look at her. She's so excited.
You should unfold it.
Or she's having a seizure. One of the two. I'm going to go with prior. Definitely a cookie.
So mean. No.
There, she gets a cookie.
Yeah, you get that cookie. More cookies. All the cookies for Drippy. Can we do the smooching one after this?
No. I'm not a huge fan. Like, at the end here, she has a little bit of a... I think I got to smooth out
No,
her
no
neck thing
smooching.
here.
No, no
You
smooching.
say the word smooching and they're like, no.
That's the thing, though. They only have the no smooching one. They need the smooching one.
But my fear is that
Balance it out.
say we made a smooch. Somebody would do the smooch and then immediately do no smooching.
Yes.
And then it would just be all
Then
day
back to smooch.
nothing. No.
it would be the great smooch.
But then I would have to make a no smooching animation.
But you do. You're a Finn. You're good.
And you can play it both at the same time and you time it just right while they're smooching.
Yeah,
Like
both sides of the screen.
if somebody actually having it where there was like a 3-second delay, if somebody saw no smooching, they could do smooch, or they did smooching, they could do no smooching, and it would time it so that there'd be like a no over it, or a block.
I like the idea of just pony smooching on one side of the screen and then just Finn yelling at them from the other sides. No smooching. And they're just over there smooching.
No, the one thing, the one easy not easy because it does take some time, is this derpy and this derpy. I do want to add like 2 or 3 more and then have it where it's a redeem.
Just half the screen is derpies.
Because you can do it where they pop up and then there's a timer for how long it takes for them to go away. But I want to see if you can have like an incrementer that if that number is increased and it comes through again, that it will say, oh, that one's already there. So let's add a second one and then a third and then a fourth and then a fifth. And then if one goes away, it would decrease that incrementer to where I think you can do it. I just don't know how the software 100% works for that. So then people can just keep adding derpies to the screen up to a certain limit.
No, I keep adding derpies till you can't see us anymore or anything else that's going on. And then we have to end the stream because there's just so many derpies.
I do want to have one that like called Big Derp. and I have it where it's just literally Derpy comes up like and fills the whole screen and does like something really quick.
That was the one thing, the Yay Derpy, but I haven't seen that in forever.
The what?
The Yay Derpy.
Oh no, that was
a bits thing.
Yeah, that's if bits are done. Yeah, there's the Derpy with the keyboard, but it's like if it's over 500 bits, then it does the Yay Derpy.
Look at that.
Hello, Silver.
Hello, Silver. We were just talking about how amazing you are. You and Nolan, you guys are great.
He was trying to say how since you guys weren't here, that like it was because you hated me and loved Michael.
Yeah,
or something.
It's true. It's like fighting over who's like the better.
Yeah, he was trying to like lord you over me.
It's one of those situations like do you love your mom or your dad? Come on, children. It's like it's one of those.
But it essentially came down to Michael saying, "Mommy and Daddy love me more."
Yeah, it was kind of.
Yeah, it was. That's Michael.
Please don't divorce.
I'm not Derpy. I don't want to.
He won't do the smooching thing in front of the stream. To be clear, he doesn't make the pony smooch. She said, "Don't get divorced," and I was like, "Well, you don't make the pony smooch."
No smooching.
No smooching.
All the views you'd get, man. Just make some pony smooching. There's not, like if you did a Libon video, people would lose their damn minds. It'd be fantastic.
No smooching.
With them? Or they were, oh yeah, you abandoned it.
The what?
You had them like touching foreheads, which is really cute, but you abandoned that project.
What project is that?
That was for Cider Fest.
Yeah, I had to abandon that for time and sanity reasons. So I have all those scenes, like, not done, but I have all those scene builds and stuff, and I'm not gonna. They'll be for future use of something. I don't know.
Just trying to take the Lyra Bonbon part and make the Lyra Bonbon smooching video. Quietly agreeing. You should do that. Go implement a derpy tax.
We don't support Argo. He will raise your friends. I usually keep that separated.
Tries, but I
Argo
wonder.
implement a derpy tax.
It's like you, Michael. You didn't bring enough bits this week.
Derpy tax. I like
Rent
that.
goes up.
Whoever send the most snow pictures will win the war. Michael has never sent you snow pictures.
This is true. I hate the snow. I'm sorry.
We did get snow last night, but it was like a dusting. Where if I send you
Too
snow
much.
pictures, it's because like we got a good amount that actually covered everything. This one didn't.
I was playing Frostpunk yesterday.
And
And it
we're
has
supposed
snow
to
in
be
it.
like 50 degrees coming up here. Yeah, it's 51 on Thursday.
Yeah, warm for this time
So
of year.
in certain parts of Minnesota, they're talking 60s, which is
In
like
December.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're gonna go right back. We're gonna 52 on Thursday, and then it's gonna go right back to 30s again.
Virtual snow doesn't wreck cars, so I like virtual snow more. And no feet pics. I wasn't planning on it, Nolan. That's a weird. Yeah, I say sure. No feet pics. Why do I feel like you're like trying to do one of those well, it's like, how dare you, Nolan? It's telling me I can't post feet pics. I'm gonna do them just to spite you, and you'll be like, no, stop, please. Like freaking Willy Wonka.
What was that voice you used for that?
That was my no, please stop. It was my Willy Wonka voice. You know Willy Wonkin?
Willy Wonkin?
Yeah, he Wonkin.
I'm Willy Wonkin here.
I'm wonking over here.
Oh my god, I'm wonking.
My new favorite phrase.
Actually, you know what animation we need? Is we need an animation just of a horse comes up and says, "Michael, stop."
No, why would you make a horse?
Bad Michael, and have a stick. And have it go, "No, Michael," and wave it at the screen.
Would they be dressed?
Yes, he's silver green.
Would the pony with the stick saying "No, Michael," bad Michael, also be dressed?
You know what? No, we can't have it with a stick.
Oh,
Because we have it with a stick, you might like that. Yes, pony beat
that's why
me.
I wanted them to have a ruler and be dressed as a teacher. I did no such thing. Michael Bonk. Tell me that ghost doesn't look like it's like physically assaulting her as soon as this is like she falls onto her back and that ghost just goes down.
It's the idea of that I've been trying to do with everything, where everything is going off camera. So it comes on, and I want
Just
it to
the
go.
angle at which she falls, and then the angle at which the ghost like comes at her. It's just it's just
Wait,
odd.
just kind of. Okay, I probably should actually have it pop up instead of just like exist.
Yeah. Fool's kick. No, all the ghost facts. Letters. You know what the crummy thing about the new E5 models is that they're difficult to work with, but they're significantly better than anything else. So it's hard not to want to use them.
They're difficult to work with in SFM. If I were to like
It's gonna be the
use
same flexes in Blender.
kind of, you could probably map the bones better.
You could remap the bones.
Yeah, because it's the bones that you could map to something. Because if you could get them set up, fine.
They just need clean up and then port it back into the filmmaker.
SFM works. The main difficulty is the jaw being disconnected from
The teeth.
from the teeth. No, yeah. So you can have the lips move, but if the jaw doesn't follow, and I have to manually move it through a bone every time, lip syncing would be, I think, double the amount of time, if not more, because every time the mouth opens, not only do I have to have the teeth match, I have to make sure they match exactly, because I don't want to have the teeth like suddenly mistiming and moving separately. So
I feel like I'm capable of doing the cleanup from those models, but it sounds
you'd
like
have to do it on 5 models.
Well, yeah. Sounds like a big pain in the butt.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt for something that would only be like
A lot of people use it, just not me. You would if you're like, what would it cost? You'd have to like make
if there was like
really good pizza or something.
if like somebody commissioned something that and it worked out to where then maybe do it, or so, but it just
You already got a project for me this weekend. I can't remember what it was.
clean or try to fix that Blu-ray
I
drive.
already cleaned the shower. Fix Blu-ray drive.
No, not just a Blu-ray drive, the UHD drive.
Okay.
But whether I don't know if it's clean or what, I don't know what's wrong with it, and I have a feeling you're going to plug it into a different computer and it's just going to work.
Yeah, that tends to be what happens sometimes.
But because right now for burning, I have a DVD and then a DVD Blu-ray, but it doesn't do UHD. But the DVD drive burns the DVDs twice as fast as the Blu-ray drives do, because it can spin faster. So yeah, you can go to get, if I were to get the UHD one working, that means I'd have to swap out the DVD with the Blu-ray UHD, which means now my DVDs burn slower. So it's like a trade-off, though it doesn't really matter because being able to burn a DVD in 5 minutes or 8 minutes.
I want to try to find time this weekend too to finish up like the last touches on the Stray mod that I keep talking about that I haven't had time to work on in a while. Like a month. Where? I wanted to hug that ghost. The ghost looks fluffy. Oh no. Why am I thinking of like Rarity just grabbing at that ghost without looking and thinking it's just another piece of cloth? And she just makes it into a dress. Poor ghost.
Michael's going to brush up his ghost facts. That is a good thing. So when this works.
Mm-hmm. Here's a ghost fact.
No, so you might want. No, I'm saying you might want to save those because the moment that this starts working, people are going to max it.
I'm going to forget.
You're going to get 5 or 6 a day.
Yeah, and I'm just going to have to like let everyone know all about the ghosts and facts about them. But I already have a ghost fact, and I want to tell it.
Mm-hmm.
Lace is made of dead ghosts. They hunt the ghosts. They skin the ghosts, and that's what lace is. So if you have a lace like nightgown or something, you're just wearing a ghost. Yeah, it's fact. Ghost fact. Ghost lingerie made from 100% ghost. He made a face of that one. That was one.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she's dead.
Oh no. It's like that's a nice little number you got on there. It's like, I know. And before he died, his name was Greg. Greg Lace. Greg Lacey.
I loaded a model. You've loaded a model, so I have to restart the software.
Did you think it came from silver? What even is lace? It's made of ghosts.
Redemption also needs to come with a plank of wood that falls down to bonk Michael. No, I do kind of want to make a Michael takeover one, but the worry I have is the moment I do that, it's going to be like maxed instantly. So I feel like I almost need to do that one in secret and then not tell anybody or something. No, I think Stupid Face is going to be the next one.
Can you animate just sheer depression? Just
I don't need to because you're already moving in the corner.
Right.
We have this right here.
Like, I guess this is gonna be bad. You will not enjoy this as much as you think you will. Unless Knightley's here and then it's fun. Apparently.
Okay, I know I have Fluttershy.
Knightley, why don't you hang out with us more? I'm gonna see this a year from now and be like, I want to.
Oh, there! I got the Fluttershy meal.
I can't unsee the ghost assaulting her.
I'm gonna have to. I'll play with the volume with that in post.
Canadians for Michael. Sounds like a cat meal. You would say that. Something dead.
No.
Why don't you just keep it plugged in all the time? Where are you even gonna go with it?
Because it's power only.
Yeah.
There's no data through that.
Yeah. Well, why don't you just keep plugging?
No, I
die.
I think it's more of. Yeah. No, I think what it is. I moved my computer to its new case, but the cooler that I got kind of lied about the height, and so it doesn't quite fit, so I had to get a different cooler so that I can actually put the case top on it, so that because I don't want to have to drill holes in the case, so that I can get it in the server rack. So until then, the way that I have my dongles plugged in the front, something is interfering with them, so my mouse is plugged into an extension that gets it closer to actually like work properly. But until I get in the server rack, my keyboard is not, and it is just having a hell of a time sometimes. So if I'm holding shift,
I feel like you just like
See, now it's working pretty good.
Oh no! Stop going back and forth. That ghost needs to be arrested. It's like put on some Barry White.
See, okay, Michael. Not everything has to be sexual.
I didn't say that.
No, you made it sexual.
Did I?
Yeah, because it was just the ghost going off screen, but then you're like, yeah, but now they're doing it.
I didn't
That
say
was
that.
you. No, you did. Barry
smooching.
White.
Barry White. People love Barry White.
Explain to me what Barry White is implied with other than sex.
Calming music for gentle souls. Yeah.
I think he's the king of libido.
So go back and forth with the ghost again.
No, I'm not gonna make you happy.
That's the life story right there. Me ask for thing, you be like, no, you'll smile too much. I can't help but feel like the ghost is giving her bedroom eyes. Just look this way for a bit.
Hopefully
The dragon.
the keyboard. I have the new cooler coming Thursday, so I should be able to like have it so it's not being so stupid. Yeah, because it keeps cutting out there. It wasn't doing it yesterday, so I'm confused as like maybe it's just the position. It could be that I have just a beam that's in the way here because I didn't have any problem with it before and it was in about the same spot. So, well, it does have my keyboard plugged into a USB 2.0 slot, but that should, if my keyboard needs more than USB 2.0, dedicated USB 2.0, that's
Yes, Sir Edward. He does though. Wonderful. All the quotes. I got no sus behavior. I'm just sitting here being a good boy. No sus. Not my fault that Ghost is giving Fluttershy bedroom eyes and then immediately assaulting her. I didn't do this. I'm just a witness.
See if I put her head down a little bit, but I'd be careful in the timing on this.
By what definition? Good boy, no, Michael. Yes, I'm being good. That I'm not animating like weird ghosts.
Two people are both. What? Michael, explain, good boy.
Explain yourself, sir.
Michael, what's with you and sus behavior? Stop being a mogus.
No. None of that. If you say it too loud, Adam will come running.
It's not even in the house. You just hear him crash through the garage.
Oh no. Wait, why is it just like half of my face? What is going on there? Does the other half your face?
I don't think that's your face.
It looks like my face.
It's not. That's not your face. That is somebody else's face. You are just projecting.
He's got glasses on. No, that is Kyle's face and my face. I am not projecting.
That is not you.
Oh wait, is it not Kyle? Oh no, that's Simon from Y'all's Cats, isn't it? Oh, it's Simon. Yeah, he kind of looks like me. He got the goatee and the glasses.
You know what? Before you said you needed new glasses, I think you should move it up on your schedule.
He looks like me.
I'm not wearing. You're about as not much farther than me. I'm not wearing my glasses, and I knew that was not you.
That's Simon and Lewis.
He drives. Yeah, he does drive with those glasses. I wouldn't want him using a toaster with those glasses.
It was you. Everyone is me. Comes the weird.
Well, I did realize there's a problem here. This ghost leaves the camera up here. That's not good.
Why do you just have emojis for Simon and Lewis?
I can leave it as that, but if I want to maintain the quality,
I'm so the Alex guys. That's understandable. I like those guys too.
only thing I can think of to maintain it is if I were to adjust the camera to zoom it out further, but then do it in 4K so that it basically was the same thing but higher resolution, but then like whatever. I'm just trying to maintain the perspective. That's why I've been copy pasting all these so that they all feel like they're coming from the same location. But this doesn't work because this is going to cut off. So I'm going to have to figure that out.
I feel like
But it's fine because I'm not going to be able to render tonight because I need to like fix her hair and do all this other stuff.
I feel like now that they're kind of a semi-successful game studio, they're getting a bit of a resurgence.
Yogscast has not. No, they're not a game studio.
They're publisher.
Yeah, they're a publisher, but they do help with the with games that are very good.
Yes.
I think
Played Up's the
Played Up.
one I think the most.
Played Up was Played Up
They've
was
had a
one of
couple
them.
Others.
Played Up is only one of many.
I know they've been trying to push into that field for a while now, but they've only recently had success.
This is the easiest way to get to.
There's the Yogscast multiplayer bundle. It would probably have everything in there.
Beyond the Long Night.
Haven't heard of it.
Looks interesting.
Different.
The Holy Gosh Darn. Oh, I'm not sure on that. Bots are stupid. Yeah, I mean they have a lot of games under here. Oh, is it only these
Yeah,
ones?
it's just
No.
those, I think. I thought there was one more.
No, there's more than
more.
that.
It's Morbin Dime.
I swear I've seen their name on more things.
They've been trying a long time. Played Up's, I think, been their most popular one.
Unless I'm thinking somebody else. I swear it was them though.
Fluttershy looks sad.
So before I go and focus on, oh yeah, I need to do her eyebrows. That's what I was
They
going
have
to
a
do
D&D
here.
one that's kind of big. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on Steam, but it could be under a different name or something.
It's
but
like, Yogscast, what games do they have played up? Beyond the Long Night, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3. Wait. Hold up.
I believe they're self-publishing now. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they're self-publishing. I believe they had a publisher, but the publisher was trying to push things on them, and so they said, and then left.
Apparently, publishers are rarely a good thing because so many of them are awful.
If you haven't yet, I'm guessing it's already done. They did have voting for the Game Awards. Baldur's Gate was in a lot of things.
I would think so, yeah. It was kind
I
of
love
big
that.
releases.
There's this whole thing of like, they're like, wow, Starfield's not in any of the Game Awards. And the question was, did it deserve to be? It's already 30% off.
I wanted to like Starfield.
Starfield is nifty.
Yeah.
And I think one of the guys at Microsoft said they wanted to have it be a game that was like Skyrim and would have like a 13-year lifespan.
Yeah.
Because Skyrim came out in 2011, 11. And they're like, we wanted a game that would have as long as the life. But Skyrim came out complete.
Skyrim
I feel like this isn't.
Skyrim had a huge established interesting lore, just like Fallout has a huge established interesting lore. Starfield is starting, and its lore isn't that interesting.
Well, I feel like lore aside,
That's a big part of it.
Skyrim came out, and then the modding community took a great experience and could make it customized and amazing to your custom thing. Starfield feels like they're like, oh, our modding community is great, so let's just build a sandbox for them to play in, but we want to try to capitalize it on the same. Well, no, you put way more time into making Skyrim an amazing experience on its own. Well, Starfield feels like it's meant to be for the community to fix it to be amazing, which is stupid. It feels like you're going to charge normal prices to just create a sandbox where you can monetize other people's content.
I think after playing it for only like 20 hours, my immediate thought on the game was, it's a good game, but it's way too they put a lot of stuff in way too much space. They should have kept it like in the Milky Way galaxy, had everything in Starfield in the Milky Way galaxy, and
that's
way,
what I'm thinking of.
That way you could like have a lot of stuff going on like a single planet.
Okay, this is the list I was looking for. I knew there was something off when I searched that. Played Up, good. Hexarchy came out not long ago. I did the closed beta for it. It's a card-based version of not Catan, well, maybe kind of Civilizations, where the games are much quicker in a much smaller world. It's actually pretty nifty, but you have to be very aggressive, which Michael's good at. Aces and Adventures, I got that on a Humble Bundle. It's a fun card game that uses dice rolls, or not dice rolls. It uses like a normal deck of 52 cards to determine certain attacks and stuff. Nifty. I can see the positive nature. I couldn't really get into it. I guess there's just other things I'm looking to play. But that one is still good. It's just not what I'm looking for. Tales and Tact. Wait, did they already have a DLC for this? Game just came out. Whatever. I don't recognize the other ones on here.
I feel like
Time to Morp. It's Morpin' Time.
I
know that's the reference.
I feel like the cities felt small, but they were also too big at the same time. Because I don't want to go to a planet.
You're like getting a city nuke. That was a good clip.
I don't want to go to a planet and have to spend like 5 hours going through a city. The nice thing about Skyrim and Fallout was that in Skyrim, the cities were small because it was olden times. And in Fallout, the city was small because it was post-apocalyptic. And you could go into a city, kind of hit things up, and then be back out of it within like 30 minutes. Off exploring again. The first city you go into, I think I spent the first 5-6 hours of the game just like slowly grinding my way through the city and not shooting anything. It got boring.
Wait, I did that right. Damn it. There we go. Where's that clip of me nuking you?
Oh,
the one game with Civ we played where I knew the game and you didn't, and then I never played you again.
No, you're like, I win. Let's play again. Never again.
You were very aggressive for the dolphin.
No, I think we did play again, and you were the only thing protecting Mitch, I think.
We were in a much larger game, but I was like...
And you were angry at me for lying to you, and you said you'd never play me again.
Well, no, because there was a satellite thing. Like, I could see everything, and you literally were just, like, aggressively lying at left and right. And I'm like,
that's what you
I can see what's going on here.
No,
I'm not seeing
you can't.
it.
Lies.
He's like, I only got, like, 5 cities. I'm like, dude, you have, like... 10, and he's like, how do you know this? There was a pause because I knew the exact number. I think I researched satellites or something, and I was able to see the whole map, and he was like, what?
How dare.
No, it's like no, my concern with that game is when you're playing a game of Civ and you're the one hosting the game and then you get out of the game, you're kicked out.
Yeah.
Do you just let it sit open while people play?
No, somebody else will take over as host.
I don't know.
That's how it works.
Not on Civ 6. It was a little concerning.
Because I don't expect the host to stick around after he's been defeated.
Yeah, I don't know where that one was.
A while ago.
Oh, no, that's just dropping the nuke in 76. So yeah, I'm not sure where it is in there.
Maybe time.
I mean, it's on my YouTube, but I have to dig around.
No. Skyrim was Fallout for me will be my favorite just because I love the lore, because all it is like a dystopian version of what America could have become if the Red Scare just never ended.
Have you seen the trailer for the Amazon show?
No.
They put out an actual video trailer.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It visually
Good. Yeah. I did see a picture of the ghoul and he looked not ghoulish enough for me.
Yeah, I feel like he's overly smooth skinned for
a ghoul.
Yeah, for a ghoul. But I also understand that they probably just removed the nose, use prosthetics for the rest, because if you were to try to make them look actual ghoulish, that would probably either require way more computer graphics or way more cosmetics that they probably were putting into other budget. I can kind of understand.
Okay. I didn't hate the ghoul. I just felt it could have been a bit more ghoulish. Because essentially their skin's supposed to have peeled off, and what you're seeing underneath is a lot of muscle.
So I can understand that, and I do have. That was the only thing in the trailer that to me bothered me at all, was that he was too smooth.
As long as you have him having a proper ghoul voice, none of that Fallout 76 crap. Please don't tell me they did Fallout.
The trailer doesn't show it or have any that I know of. Yeah, he better sound like a smoker.
Yeah, they're supposed to sound like they smoke 10 packs a day. Their lungs are burnt to crap because the nuclear fallout burnt the crap out of their lungs. Even Hancock in Fallout 4, he might have been the one exception because he became a ghoul via like a experimental drug. He didn't become a ghoul from the nuclear bombs dropping. But the ones who became ghouls from the nuclear bombs dropping, those ones should have burnt the crap out of throats. And they should sound it. A ghoul looking like a smooth skin is very contradictory.
It was more of
it looked like
I would say in the trailer, his skin looked like beef jerky. It looked like dried, crusty, and like pulled taut, but it didn't look decaying. And a ghoul to me is about decay,
not supposed to
not
decaying though.
Yeah, but that's what it kind of looked more of.
Yeah.
Is it looked more like holes or gaps in the skin and whatever. This just looked more like they just put a thin layer of prosthetic over his face.
Because a ghoul isn't decaying, they're just...
No, I know they're not, but I'm saying from a comparison, his face looked more like beef jerky.
Okay.
Compared to like somebody that's got like I don't want to play the whole trailer, but I'll at least play that portion.
No, I like it.
No, but that looks good.
Looks good. It definitely is. That supposed to be a vault?
And we can go. Yeah. So it's Vault 33.
It does seem more round than square, and I'm used to square, but they always did square because the graphical limitations.
Round makes more sense to me.
It does.
Round, as long as
machine.
And it's round with vents on the edges and cemented. That's exactly how I'd expect this to be. Where this is a supported over the bottom of another round portion with maybe pipes and other stuff running. Like that makes sense.
That's probably how it would actually be. Yeah.
No, so that makes sense. Lights busted. That makes sense.
Fluorescence.
I do like that their suits are exceptionally clean, bright blue. It feels very unreal and not in fakey, but that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Very clean inside the vaults.
Yeah. But yeah, she comes out of the vault. This all looks fine. Again, overly clean, but in the vault it should be.
Yes, in the vault, everything's to a very strict procedure.
The one thing that I felt like I didn't really like about the outside, might be based on location, is that it feels very TMZ.
If this is her first time at the vault, she better freak out about the sky.
I don't know. I don't have that. No. So a lot of this area feels TMZ-ish to me. And what I mean by that is it feels like they just recorded in the 30-mile zone and it's where everything is just based in the Mojave Desert or something. So it feels overly empty.
That's the boardwalk.
No, here.
Oh, they're in California, aren't they?
But this is basically everything I've seen is empty like this. Empty. Not destroyed or whatever.
Do you know where they are? Is it California?
I don't know. I believe it is, actually.
California is where the first 2 games took place. But it almost kind of feels more like the Capital Wasteland.
This is canon, too.
Okay.
It's canon to the official Fallout lore.
Okay, that's fair.
And they even have it where in Fallout 76 you can get a 33 vault suit.
Well, Fallout 76 shouldn't be.
Okay, this I have some problems with.
Todd Howard
definitely forcing his way into the credits for this.
Yes,
because
probably.
They could have said Bethesda. They could have said 100 things. A whole game studio that spends people spending hundreds, if not thousands of hours of their own time developing this game, and Todd is the one that has to have the credit.
He didn't even invent the Fallout series.
No. He definitely said, I need my name in the credits. He is being a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
So that is stupid. This is not from the acclaimed video game creator Todd Howard. This is from the game studio Bethesda. Give some damn credit to the people that actually did the work, you asshole. So I hate this. Bothered the shit out of me.
Honestly, they shouldn't be like.
But what you want to talk about bothered me more? From the studio behind the boys and free 2-day shipping.
That's just kind of funny.
What is the star?
An asterisk? I don't know. They don't really say what the asterisk is for.
There's got to be at the end. Okay, so the vertebrates look really good.
Mm-hmm. No, they're proper.
They're proper.
Nice. Good job.
Some of the in the vertebrate, this all looks really, really good. I'm happy with this. The power armor, you can definitely tell it's 3D, but I kind of like that it's a little cheesy.
Yeah.
I prefer a little bit of cheesy because that gives you, because Fallout's like what, from the 80s, 90s?
Early 90s.
Yeah, that was cheesy.
Yeah.
I think it follows through the cheesiness of it. There is a dog meat.
Well, that's a little overly cheesy, but
I'm okay with it though.
Yeah.
Like this all looks very good.
Yeah.
For a vault. Very, very good. Having the all of this, like, it feels like a little weird in how they have that space, but
that's how they kind of had it in some of the vaults in 4 where they had the growing.
So this is what he looks like.
Yeah.
It's very, he's ghoulish, but he's too clean. But I also understand that probably making him not clean would be way more expensive.
But it's supposed to be that you see bare muscle because most of the skin is gone. Oh,
there's a Cyclops in there too. So, but we don't know. I don't know what the experiments were in that vault.
Yeah, that could have been one of these experiments.
But the I will appreciate too. That is
remain calm.
Spot on turret. Mm-hmm. Please remain calm is pretty accurate. Other than like this turret would not be that horribly inaccurate.
It is
literally it is hitting everything but the dog.
Yeah.
Though look at his face.
He's got fancy puppy.
Who does this look like for a second?
It hit me for like a second, then I lost it.
Ash?
Oh yeah.
It kind of does.
A little bit.
Yeah, like Ash Williams. Turrets don't shoot dogs. Okay, yeah, I could say that, but then the kids would never die either. Yagwai.
Yagwai, yeah.
Oh yeah, then apparently they're going to show some of the original, like the nukes drops and whatever.
Does look like Los Angeles.
But I would think like that nuke is the most basic low yield nuke you could possibly make.
Mm-hmm.
So did they never invent the H-bomb or anything?
No, they did. They just.
Then why would they do that?
They just threw everything.
Yeah, I guess.
Big and small.
So yeah, I think it looks fine, but this pisses me off.
And yeah, but it's not unexpected because people like Todd Howard need to let everybody know that they're the ones who they put the money down.
So where is the asterisk?
I mean, I don't know.
It has the asterisk,
But nothing to explain the asterisks.
you can't have an asterisk without something to point to.
No, wait.
There's nothing. You would put an asterisk at the front.
Right.
So what does this mean? Because like if you go all the way through this thing, I mean, you could say like it's maybe this, but restrictions apply. No, none of that. This whole trailer, I think, would be perfect if it wasn't for that stupid fucking Todd Howard call out without recognizing the people that actually did the damn
He's
work.
not the first megalomaniac who's
he's giving me
give himself more credit than deserved.
He's giving me feels of Gearbox.
What did Gearbox do?
What's his name? Who's
I
the
was
head?
thinking of another megalomaniac who has himself legally put down as a founder of two companies that he did not found.
Did they sell?
He's a bit musky. Oh, in all fairness, Tim Burton did create the short story that led to Nightmare Before Christmas. I know what you're referring to. Tim Burton deserves
Randy
some credit
Pitchford,
for
this
Nightmare
asshole.
Before Christmas. Maybe not as much as
This guy, other than Todd Howard, is like the biggest stuck-up, like self-centered asshole in the game industry. Everything's
in the
about
game
him.
industry, yes.
Yeah, it's all about him. The studio didn't do shit. It's all him. He's the everything. And if you talk shit about it, he'll just like fire you. Like, you know, he's
They're just
stupid.
making like DLC for Half-Life games.
So I'm very opinionated about some things, and that is give credit to the people that actually do the fucking work.
It is a valid observation for sure. Todd Howard does not deserve the credit he's given himself.
If they would have said from the studio that brought you Fallout and Skyrim, or if they said from Bethesda, sure.
Tip of the hat.
What the fuck did Todd do?
Give a tip of the hat to Interplay too. They invented the Fallout universe. They did.
Yeah, but who owns the IP is going to control that to a degree. And if you go back to Interplay,
tip the hat.
but then in a trailer, how far back do you go? That's getting a little risky, a little bit far.
Thanks.
Maybe, but that'd be in the credits of the end.
Yeah, okay.
Of the movie. In the trailer,
Do Bethesda, sure.
Todd is pulling a Tim Burton, but Tim Burton actually does work.
Yeah, he does.
Todd probably does work,
He probably
but
dictates.
if it's his vision, people are making that vision happen. You can be a visionary. Tim Burton, I'm pretty sure, does a little bit more than just being the idea guy.
There's a lot of people I've been through in my life who will be like, you do this and you do this and you do this, and then when it gets done, they're like, look what I did. And I hate those people.
Yeah, it's if you're not thankful to the people that are making your vision work, those people aren't going to be there to ensure your vision happens anymore. And I feel like that studio alone has already had such a jaded look on development and everything, and now with especially Microsoft owning them, I feel like that studio's either is going to be starting to head downhill very soon.
Are you saying Legendary Jelly they should add in a special thanks to K-Cat? Thanks for making ponies in our world. We're gonna sue you, by the way.
Maybe the title goes in.
We've acknowledged your existence, so now we must protect our IP.
Rob Liefeld of Image
Horrible.
Comics. Guy's a complete hack artist, but he knows how to get people to do what he wants. I mean, if he's paying people for their work, great. But I feel like
Don't take credit for
people can get paid for their work, but if it's a creative work, being recognized for that work is important, but if you feel like your boss is just taking credit for it, I mean, you can say like, well, Todd is in charge of everything, so isn't by his thanks for him it being for everybody? Well, then why did it call out him specifically? Why not the studio? It's
kind of like a painter doing a really good painting because somebody paid for him to do the painting, but then the person who paid for the painting putting their signature on it, they didn't paint that. They might have paid for it and they might have dictated what they wanted, but they didn't paint that. And that's what Todd's doing. He's the guy who had somebody paint a beautiful picture for him and then he put a signature on it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, I guess.
Yeah, he did not do it. He might have dictated some of it, but he did not do it. And Todd is to blame for the bombs dropping.
In a way, if you really think about it, yes. Because if they didn't make the games, the bombs wouldn't drop. Like by reiterating back into the universe, they are constantly redropping those bombs. And actually, by making Starfield, they dropped a bomb.
You know, that's one of the reasons I love Gabe Newell. Somebody asked him what his favorite Half-Life game was, and he said, "Oh, it's Alex." And they're like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, because I put the least amount of work into that one."
But Gabe's never taken credit for.
He'll take credit where he has put the work in.
Yes,
but he doesn't take credit where he doesn't. And he's like, "I didn't put that much work into Alex," and he'll tell you that. Half-Life 2, he's like, "I put a shit ton of work into that. That was a nightmare."
Gabe is a little bit more humble.
Yeah,
but he's also
dresses like Jesus. Yes,
yeah, he's Jesus, so that means he is the most humble person in existence.
But he is very humble for somebody
in his position.
Yes,
he is this because like. Does he go out and constantly like do press conferences about things? How often do you see Gabe on stage talking about Valve stuff?
Only when there's a big announcement,
huge announcement or something.
But then
most of the time save other people do it. Yeah. He's just I think he's just the man that runs. He's driving the ship, but he's not the one screaming orders. He's the one that just gives general direction of where things go. Or maybe he's just some old man that just sits there and like is feeble and be like I read my cereal, and they're like, "It's okay, Gabe, here you go." And then somebody else goes and does the work.
I feel like he goes around and is like, "What are you guys working on?" And it's like, "That's cool. You think you can get it done? No? I guess you guys can go over here then." Just ambles about. I love Gaben.
No, he's... For the size that Steam and Valve is, I feel like they definitely charge a lot, but they also give a lot. And there's a lot of game studios that wouldn't exist without them. So I think that they're still very
Gearbox would not exist without
humble to a degree, but for how big they are, I think they treat most people pretty good. Most people in their position would have probably started fucking with the market.
Yeah,
they could basically charge whatever they want. They could charge higher prices than a lot of other places, but no, they can, like if a developer wants, they can get free keys from Steam to get to give to other to other distribution sites and sell without Steam getting a cut, because Steam knows they have so much power that they don't have to worry about it. But then if people know about it, you can actually get really good deals with other places, and even though you might get 20% off there, since there's no 30% cut, they might actually be the developers getting the same or more. So like they don't care. Steam isn't about control because they already know they have control.
Yeah.
And so when other developers like, we're gonna go make our own distribution platform, like, that's funny, let's watch. Like they don't go and like, no, call you back, don't make a competitor. Nope, because they know there's nothing they can do.
Well, Valve doesn't just only have a great product, they've established so much goodwill within their community.
The goodwill, yeah, is a huge part. I don't like having my library spread all over the place. Actually, it was Linus on one of they did one of the other handhelds for forgot what the developer was, another handheld system, and in there they have where you can customize your own game library for all the different games you have everywhere. And he goes, I do not want another software to organize my things into.
Yeah,
I already have those. Why are you making me do it again?
Yeah. And
I can understand that. Like you already have Epic, Steam, Ubisoft, EA, but a lot of those now are all coming back to Steam. They still have their own platform. You can buy it on Steam and it loads in their software, but at least I still have it in a single library.
The cool thing about Steam too is even if it isn't a Steam game, you can actually run the executables through Steam. I have that for a couple games that aren't on Steam. I can just boot them through Steam.
I'm just big on I like having all my things in one place, and I am willing to pay a premium for that. So when other places are like, but our games are 20% cheaper, or you can get Epic Games for free. I don't care. If I suddenly have to go to a different program constantly that is potentially tracking and doing whatever with my data, I don't want to, and I will pay extra for that. And that's really hard for competitors to get into a market if the people are thinking similar to me. And I cannot be the only one thinking that.
No, I don't want
Especially if you're looking for a good deal, there's Fanatical, there's Green Man Gaming, there's Humble Bundle, that all sell legitimate Steam keys, and they all have different sales running at different times with different membership programs and different, usually better discounts than Steam. Every now and then Steam will have a slightly better deal on something, but it's only because it just happened to be a better sale at that time. Green Man is almost always better.
I remember Steam became a thing for the first time. I remember just buying physical copies of games still and taking them, looking at the game key CD or whatever on the game, typing that into Steam, and Steam would be like, oh, yep, here it is. You don't even have to put the disc in. I thought that was amazing at the time. There's only one thing I must curse the Gaben for, and that is where's my Half-Life 3. It's all we want. He knows it too.
What if they made Half-Life 2 Episode 2 Part 1? Or no, they can't make a Part 3 either.
No, it'd be Episode 2 Part 1.
No, because they already have Episode 2. You can't make a Part 1 of it, one that's already exists.
Episode 2 Part 2.
No, because there wasn't a Part.
No, there was Episode.
I think they never made any more.
Part 2.
You know how a computer runs into this statement is false. I think that's what they did is they ran themselves into a corner with not using the number 3, and now the program doesn't know how to continue. And forever they've just been reiterating the same thing because they've been stuck on this digital wall.
Oh, come on, Gaben. I do think the one time he legit got irritated on the internet was when somebody suggested that it's like, what if he dies before they make it? And I think that bothered him a little bit.
If Gaben dies?
Yeah. Gaben didn't why are you talking about me dying?
Well, it's not like that studio, Gaben has died. And they're like, well, guess Half-Life's dead.
No, but it stops being his company and it'll probably go to shareholders. And that
shareholders
things. I mean, it's got to have people who hold shares, even in a private company. People who own the company.
Do you think that he's needed venture capital?
No, but there are people besides him who probably hold some degree of the company in there. There are other people besides him who probably have invested in the company over the years.
You would only take investment if you need it to build your business. Do you think they've needed outside money?
At one point, they needed Sierra as a
yeah, they might have.
And that went so poor.
But they could have probably very early on paid out their shares.
Well, they initially Sierra was Bao's publisher.
But even then, it's not shareholders. They would have to have it written into their contract that upon his death, that it would go to such.
Yeah.
He more than likely, because he's an owner, they don't own anything unless they're a shareholder, like an actual public company. They own nothing. They just have the rights to a percentage of something. That's it. So if you were to die, it would go to whatever's in his will because that he has ownership of it. So if he said that it went to the dog, that dog is going to be barking up Half-Life 3 or something.
Better.
So Proton VR forums, download servers, save games, workshop, multiplayer servers, Steam stream, friend system, cards, item training, shopping cart. Yeah, they've done a lot of stuff. Praise me, St. Gabe. His crowbars fly true and his threes be elusive. What's that blue blob thing? It's a ghost. Sorry, I'm just catching
it's
up
assaulting Fluttershy.
That is why I would be a horrible roommate for Arco. I would deliberately move objects just 1 inch all over the house just to drive him nuts. Trust me, they already do.
We move things.
I know. I have a problem with if one of my pet peeves is if something was in a certain state or in a certain place, that upon it being changed, it's not returned to the state it was in. Lights left on, even though they were off. Items moved and then not put back originally where they were. So I'll organize things and I'll try to put things in certain places, and then I'll go back later and it's not there. It's now over there. And I have a big pet peeve because I like having things in certain spots so that I don't have to think about it, because if I don't have to think about where is this, because I know where it is, and everything is always everywhere.
Me's just sitting here without the mental capacity to remember where I picked something up from.
Or empty containers left empty, like
What?
like going into grab a soda from a thing and it's just an empty box. Well, why was the empty box not removed? Or bakery items or things in the fridge and there's nothing left in it and it's just sitting there. Like, you took it out, you emptied it out and then left it. You did the action to grab from it. Why not take the container with you? That's a pretty cool redeem. Well, thank you guys. Yeah, that one we did just recently. That's actually what we're doing right now, is we're doing a ghost redeem.
Eventually someone will just it's gonna punch me in the face. Oh, one sip left in the milk or orange carton. I don't. We do have some milk.
One sip left in the milk or orange juice carton. That is fine, because if you just don't want the last sip, whatever, that I don't mind that. It's if then that's left in there forever and nobody ever drinks, or if you're the only person that got it and there's one sip left and then it's sitting there for 3 weeks, which, I mean, how many, we've had 5 bottles of mead in there at one time.
I drank
before.
2 bottles just last night.
2 whole bottles last night.
Well, 2 remains of 2 bottles.
We have had the issue too of containers with something getting down to a little bit left, then another one being purchased, opened, and then getting down a little bit left, and then a third one being purchased
this weekend. The sour cream.
Well, that was because I looked in the fridge and said there's none open, but it's because you had it sitting on the counter.
I was using it.
How would I know that?
How would I know that there's one buried in the back of the fridge?
If I would have looked around for it, if I see an unopened container of something, I will double check to see if there's another one already open before I do. And I did. I did my due diligence.
You're all flawed characters.
Not the life of roommates. Well, some are better about it than others.
Nah, not really. We had the meat I drank last night was left over from the convention.
Well, yeah, you drank. That wasn't your mead. That was
No,
the
that was mead.
But that's the higher percentage mead.
It's like 8%.
Yeah, that's the min mead.
No, I got pretty tipsy last night, but I was still kicking butt in Frostpunk, and apparently Silver was playing alongside me, and she got fired twice, and here I am just drinking, making my way through, not getting fired.
I need.
You want me to go get your food because you got me.
I got a little bit left in here.
You got fired many times. All right, I guess I'll go find you something to drink.
I need to use the restroom though.
But I need to use the restroom.
No.
No.
No. Well, you go do your thing and then I'll do it.
What do you want? No, you know what? I'm gonna surprise you. You surprise me.
Just don't give me a tall can. I got fired so many times. Okay, so I'm having difficulty with the wireless Lightspeed connection. It's not actually identifying anymore, but Bluetooth, that works. That works fine. Oh no, but they cut out a little bit. Okay, it's still working. So it's my keyboard does both Bluetooth and a wireless, and apparently I have both connected to the same computer, which doesn't make actually the F keys stop working on my keyboard sometimes, and the only way to fix it is to switch to Bluetooth and then back. Confused on that. The new part arrived prior to Friday. It arrived. The new cooler arrives Thursday. There's another part to that. Oh, that's the antenna, which that's nothing to do with this. I did order a new cooler so that I can put the case in fully. I'll have that in Thursday night, and then I can slide it in, and then by doing that I can move the case will be moved closer and hopefully less in the way. If there is still something in the way, I will just put some extensions on it and like hang them from the wall or something behind there. I have to keep them. I have to keep my keyboard and mouse dongles in the other room though, because I still use the keyboard and mouse in another room. Like I go all the way around to the other TV, and I don't want to have it in here because then that's way farther for it to travel for the wireless. Okay, so when she goes from here to here. What do you got me? Oh, I'll take an Indeed pistachio.
Used to be your go-to.
The Indeed pistachio to me is good, but it's best if you start the night with it and you end it with it. It's basically if that's all you drink. If you have anything sweet, it kind of takes away from it and whatever. But yeah, I had to order a 120 millimeter fan for my computer because it said it would fit in a 4U case, and then it doesn't fit. So I ordered instead other different Noctua one that's more expensive, but it'll work. That's a 92 millimeter. It's the only one that I know of that can fit in a 3U case, and because of that I know it'll fit the 4U. It's what I use for my server. The thing is that cooler is not built for a 5950, so if my 5950 is basically hit with an all-core load, it can't keep up. But I needed more cores, not fast cores or whatever, so whatever. But I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
The mix note is still not available anywhere.
Nope, I know.
Sadness. Okay.
No smooching.
Ooh.
No smooching.
I'm just gonna put this over here. I'm gonna swing this back over here. I'm just gonna find a really cute picture of a rainbow dash. Rainbow dash. Cute. Okay, we're gonna find a cute rainbow dash. And we're gonna make them happy. And there she is. See, I got this picture of her in a little scarf. And you're gonna like that. And, ooh. In the light. The light. Light. No, I don't know. What did you do?
I haven't saved in like an hour.
Well, I'm playing honest.
I'm just kidding.
Rainbow Dash. What did you do? Clearly. Clearly. I'm being insulted.
We're back.
She crashed her steam.
What I don't like is that you're over here blaming horses on things. Rainbow Dash, how could you?
Yeah, see?
See, what I like is that when I leave, I come back and wait. I see.
Cookies.
No smooching. Cookie Derby, you in trouble. Cookie Derby, Michael. What a pity background, though.
Happy moments.
But why are they? I only see one person saying.
It's clearly Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash did it. Oh, wow, that's sweet. Oh, pineapple.
Hazy? Is it a little bit hoppy?
No. Huh. It's very pineapple.
Well, I know originally I used to think that hazy meant hoppy, but Jay was saying hazy's technically an IPA that's not very hoppy or something.
It's supposed to be citrusy.
Yeah, I don't like citrusy.
Citrusy and hoppy are very similar.
Okay, that looks fine to me. I missed the one. Okay, so cheers. Need to get on the dehydrate.
It's sad I don't get to do what I wanted to do with the ghost. Is there something odd about it? I've had it millions of times.
No, it's sometimes the best taste in a pistachio cream ale is the first, but sometimes if you follow it up after something sweet, it's not so good. It's actually really good. So, cheers. The first one is really good. So cheers, Nolan.
Where is Stupid Face? Did you?
Yeah, the second's not as good. That first one though, it's so the pistachio is just like you take a shot of that beer and it's great, and then everyone after that is not as good.
Was there a Stupid Face requested? I don't remember seeing it.
Oh no, because it's turned off. Actually, no. We did a game stream. I forgot to turn it back on. Sorry, that'd be why. Cheers, boy.
Minutes from the end now, though. Mm-hmm.
A little late now, but no, I turn them on for that because I don't want people like spending a bunch of points on stuff that I can't actually do. And cheers, no.
Do you have a pair
I tried to boop Cookie Derpy and the SBM window fell over.
Do you have a pair?
So what were you trying to do?
Do you have a model that's just a pair of big lips or a mouth?
There's a mouth, but kind of. I would say probably not. There's a mouth, but there's like it's a weird circus one with a lot of teeth, and then I think that there's lips, but they're not movable.
Can you give the ghost some big lips? Like,
I'm not going to search big lips because that sounds bad.
Ghost to smile.
No, I only got a little bit of time left. Okay, so
he wants to be productive.
Well, I want to try to get this to a renderable state. I think.
No smooching.
What does this remote do? I pressed the blue button. Did nothing.
Oh.
I was hoping it would make things blue.
This was for before I got changed lights. I used to have a different light behind here. Now I have this one, so I can hit the button here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like how dangerous it would be to have a remote sitting right next to me. I can change the color to all the lights.
No, Govee had a big sale during, I think, or not even at Black Friday for like these like taller ones or whatever. I had one that went back there, but it ran at a weird hertz where it would cause flickering in video, and I didn't want that for that. So I got these ones because they split, so I can do it in different corners. It spreads better. It's a different blue than that, which is weird, but I like it way better. I feel like I like light behind my monitor. It feels so weird not having some kind of light there. Rather like the mug. Which mug? Oh, the mug she's holding for the dehydrate?
I think it's just a World of Warcraft mug.
Yeah, it's just a World of Warcraft one. I really wish that I could find a really nice wood mug like that had a metal interior or something that wasn't just wood, because we have actual wood mugs, but I feel like if I were to make anything carbonated with that or beer in that, give it like 6 months and then suddenly it's not going to be as good anymore. Yeah. And so right now my wood mug that I have has a rainbow dash that is like a big tube shaped, and she's the exact shape of the mug, so I just shoved her in the mug. So it's a mug with a big, like a blue rainbow dash head poking out of it. So
take a picture of it and post in chat later.
I did take pictures because people were asking about Christmas lights. I did take some pictures of that. I just haven't posted them.
You gotta take the pictures of the horses. Pinky was eating snow this morning because
I thought you gave her the things,
the tie downs.
Yeah,
but she'll still lean over and like eat snow. Right? Twilight wasn't. I think Twilight's set up a little better than Pinky is.
conjunction with the pony days. But it's an interesting mug too. I do have this one. I've used this one a lot for drinks. This is from.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see, but this is from Cider Fest 2018, 2020 actually. It's one of my favorite mugs because it will hold a can of soda, a large ice cube, and a bit of whiskey to about there. So it's perfect.
I think that's the first year they used Fizzy Glitch, isn't it? Because she's on there. 2020? Feels like it was.
For 20, yeah, I think 2020 was the first year. This is the online version. So this was, powered by Ponyfest. So this mug wasn't even at one you could buy at the conventions. It was only like, because I did the Spirit Badge.
Yeah.
And I love this mug because this one, like, I'm not worried about this one breaking. I have a couple others from old ones that I like the glass.
Yeah, like 5 of them.
But it's going to shatter. And I've actually had one, I think I've bought 4 or 5 of them total. Maybe 4, because I really like them. They're basically like a solo cup made of glass, but they're not very thick. So I know they were going to break. And so when they were down to their last few, I bought a bunch. So I think I had 4, but I think we've had 2 break since then. So I only use them in certain situations. I'm careful about it, but I know Adam grabs it and tosses it around and I know it's going to break.
Yeah, I hate seeing those things by the dishwasher because I'm like, I hate these things.
If I put them in the dishwasher, I'm careful,
them.
or I hand wash them. Yeah,
you have to hand.
I like them, but they're just.
I hate your knives too.
I don't put my dishwasher. I don't put them in the dishwasher.
Dude,
I hand.
I hand wash a bunch of them because I can't.
Oh no, I hand wash them because they're the wood handle with like the metal bolts in them, and if you keep running them through the dishwasher, those bolts loosen, and that's what happened with one of them. Is somebody kept running them through the dishwasher, and then the whole handle came loose. They're not meant to be run through the dishwasher, and then people kept running them through the dishwasher.
Well, my favorite conversation regarding this knives was with John and you, where like those are nice knives. You don't put them in the dishwasher, and my response was. Nice knives can be put in the dishwasher. And John was like, yes.
Well, no, these ones, because they're nice knives that didn't cost me a lot.
Yes.
If I went and spent a bunch more, yes, I probably could have got something that would have been that, but I didn't spend that. I don't want to.
I like my Ginsu knife. I use that for everything.
A shredding knife shouldn't be used on everything.
It's not a shredding knife, it's a Ginsu knife.
It's serrated.
No,
you don't use serration on everything.
Those serrations are only there to protect the blade that's underneath of them. They're not actually the blade; they protect the blade.
Then what does the front parts do?
That's a fork.
No. The blade itself.
Yeah.
So there's ribs, right? Like that?
Yeah.
So the blade's only the part in the furthest in, right?
Between the
So what's the part at the bottom part?
It's the pokey.
Okay, so when you're cutting, what you're telling me is that it's only cutting at the inner portion and it's destroying and mulching at the other end. If it's not a blade, it's mulching.
It's a good knife.
Then it's not a knife.
I use it for bread.
Bread, yes. Serrated blades are best for bread. Onion, if you want to cry like a little bitch, serration.
I just use the table knives for onions.
No, flat blades work better for certain things. Like if you're doing lettuce, you should use a flat blade because otherwise you're gonna be shredding things. That's not good. Are those knives you cut your finger on? No, that was a whole different set. That was a very cheap knife.
He gets terrified anytime I use the cheap ones.
No, that wasn't those ones. Those are actually legitimate. They're like super sharp and they're really cheap and wobbly. Those terrify the shit out of me. And you agree that they're terrifying.
No, I use them.
No, there was a large knife that was in this is like 20. Actually, you know what? I can tell you exactly.
Nice knives, need no nacho napkins. Fun. New nice knives need no nacho napkins. That's a fun tongue twister. Yeah. Ooh. Are you looking for the knife that you nearly murdered yourself with, or what?
So this is 2011 because I know it was right before we went to the Grand Canyon. There's a serrated knife in the sink, but it was filled with water and I wasn't really paying attention and I went and picked it up and I went straight across my pointer finger on my dominant hand and basically cut about a 90-degree angle around my finger, straight open, from the very top middle all the way to the side. And I equivalent, you know, those like little coin pouches that are like rubber and that when you squeeze them, like the mouth opens up? That was my finger. And so I could see tendon, muscle, and bone. And it was very bloody. There was a lot of blood. So I immediately ran to try to wash it off. And I'm trying to think of like, okay, what do I do here? And I was kind of in shock because I don't remember it hurting. I just remember that I was like, can I use my finger? Because I know there's the one tendon that goes through there. And I'm like, did I do that? And I'm like, okay, I can move it, but did I nick it? Did I do anything? So that my roommate came home not long after that and he drove me to the ER, and they sewed it up. And I remember they do a thing where they cover up your whole hand and leave your finger poking out, because then they can kind of poke around and look in there, but your brain can't see it connected to your arm. And in doing so, you're not as associated with what's going on after they numb it. It feels like it's somebody else's finger. And so they were poking around. I'm like, did I hit a tendon? And they're like, no, actually. They're like, that's your tendon. And they pointed to it and they said, you're fine. You didn't hit your tendon. But they said, your finger has two nerves that run on the outsides. I severed one of those nerves. So they said, you're going to basically lose feeling on that side of your finger going forward. And I'm like, as long as I can use it, it's fine. But they said also that eventually the other nerve would compensate and you would return some feeling. So if I think about it, it feels, you know, that feeling that you get when it's like cold and slightly nummy feeling.
You sat on your foot.
No, not like the prickles. It's more of like, it just feels like if you were to say something had half as much feeling, only when I think about it, if I do the comparison between these two, I can definitely tell something's very off over here. It feels sensitive and like sharp in the feeling, like not pain like, but closer to pain than the other one, but not in a bad way. But as soon as I drop below that point, perfectly, it's no different. I don't have any other feelings with or any other problems with it. It still works perfectly fine, no issues. It's just that if you were to bring it up, I can immediately, like in my head, I can feel it. But I do have it might be kind of hard to see, but I do have, it's probably not gonna want to focus on it. I do have a bit of a scar there. Yeah, you can see the white line. Because I think I had 5 stitches.
It's not too bad, but you just went deep.
But the thing is, we were going to the Grand Canyon just the like days afterwards. Or no, so I had that happen. It was about a week afterwards.
You're not ruining our trip.
No, so I was already gonna go, and I had the stitches taken out like a day or two beforehand.
Okay.
And so I had the stitches taken out, but the wound isn't healed yet. The stitches are just out.
You just gotta keep it covered.
And we're going to a place with blowing fine sand.
Yeah.
So I had liquid bandage.
Oh,
it was the only thing that kind of worked. And so liquid bandage is just kind of like a rubber of something that you put on your finger. It does not help anything heal, but at least it covered it up so I didn't have to worry about it. But in doing so, because it really didn't help it heal, I do have a pretty dominant scar. I don't care though, whatever. But yeah, but I can use my finger. That's all I care about. Yeah, you can see the scar. It's there. It just, it's a story now, but I do have kind of I do not like serrated knives in the sink, because that is where that happens.
You just look at them and you just have flashbacks.
A little bit. Which was worse, the cut on your finger or the leg injury at work? Oh no, the leg injury was worse.
Oh, that was nasty looking.
The finger injury was annoying, but after like a week, I was kind of fine. The leg injury, like I was bedridden for or couch ridden for like a month and a half. Yeah, that was worse. This is more, I can feel this now. My leg injury, I'm going to guess in like 5 to 10 years, will probably start coming back to haunt me. They told me after I got injured that sometime in the future, this is going to come back to get me. But I still have my workman's comp card, and that still is valid for anything related to that injury. So if I have problems with my leg in the future in that area, trust me, I'm gonna fight that shit. So
I'm glad I've gotten through life without getting covered in scars.
scars are fine. Is like a scar on a finger, a scar in Michael, you've
I'm riddled.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Wait a second.
I have scars in places I don't talk about.
No, the leg injury is a whole different thing. I definitely am not going to show pictures of that because there's definitely some people that would find, even if you're not really squeamish on things, it is pretty. Like, hold on, I can show you a picture.
There's actually one just above one of my eyes from when my brother chucked a glass in my head when I was a kid.
Okay. That's about what my leg looked like.
That's actually not far off.
Yeah. So not like fried, but coloration. It was a severe contusion. So it was an immense amount of bruising that was so severe that it was moving up and down my leg fluidly, and it made some really weird colors on my
I've
leg.
seen pictures.
Yeah, I do have a picture, but I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to force that on people.
Just show up and be like, nope, I don't know what this is, but no.
It worries me a bit because I have the workman's comp and a concussion. I remember when that happened, but trying to prove it's from that in the future would be difficult. That's for doctors to decide. If they have all the information on it, which they should, they'll be the ones to determine that. So if you have problems, you can be like, hey, is it from this? And if they say no, if they say yes, that's up to them. You have no control over that. So you remember you showing up to my party with the leg like that, put your leg up, and oh my god, it looks so painful. It wasn't.
You moved it.
So the amount of bruising that I had basically made my whole leg feel like a balloon that was overfilled, and all of everything that was going on in there meant as long as the leg was exactly in straight and just sat there, felt like nothing at all. The moment I moved it at all, it could be ranging for anywhere from that's uncomfortable to I at least at one point literally like screaming in pain, because it was like somebody like taking your leg and twisting it 180 degrees around.
That's what a Charlie horse is. You never had Charlie horse. You don't want
It's
that.
horrible. Dude, I want to be able to, yeah, it looked like I had raw meat on my leg. It was pretty nasty. But it was the best part about having that though was when people were like, dude, that's nasty. And like, but it didn't really hurt. It would looking at it. So they're like, that's gotta bother me you so much. I'm like, yeah, man. So bad.
No.
Like, no, as long as I didn't touch it. I had a nurse like thinking I was being a little overly manly about it.
I have multiple scars. I had the big one across my chest, and then I have one that's across here too, where they had like a tube in me, and then I have one some in other places. But I don't have a lot of like injuries that weren't intentional scars, except for the one on my eye, which you can barely see anymore because I was a little kid when I got like 11 stitches across my face. Because my brother, I was walking up the stairs as a kid, and my brother, for whatever reason, I'm at my grandmother's house, and he was just chucking glassware down the stairwell into the basement.
You had a fucked up family.
Yeah. And I was
Just, yeah.
like, yeah, this is accurate. He was just chucking glassware down the stairs, and I went up to stop him, and sure enough, he comes running around the corner, chucks this heavy, like solid, hard plastic glass, not like something small, that had like, I don't know if you ever seen it. It had like water at the bottom of it with beads floating around in it. It was very fancy. Made it very heavy. So when it came down on my face, it just split my face wide open, just above my eye. And it left a scar that I can still see today. I kind of have to like look at it in good light, but I had 11 stitches. That's like my face scar. You can't really see it unless you really look for it, but it's there.
My sister has a scar from like because I threw a monster truck down the stairs at her.
Dude,
I was like, I was single digits. I can't remember.
My awful brother.
Yeah, she has a split eyebrow. I remember
Exactly the same.
that was what it was from, right?
I have a split eyebrow.
Because I swear that's what it was from. Yep, I call it my Harry. Yeah, it's her Harry Potter scar.
Yeah, that's I got my Harry Potter scar, but it was glass. You got trucks thrown at your face. I've gotten through life with. I want to say I've never broken a bone, but that's not 100% true. I've broken my pinky toe on my right foot 3 times. And I did it the exact same way all 3 times.
So
I did not learn.
I am fairly confident I broke my big toe at some point, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was very black and blue.
Yeah.
And because I was going down the stairs and I landed on my toe and it completely jammed the entire toe under my foot. It sounded like a gunshot. And all I remember was I took a step and then I went face first into the ground afterwards, and nothing else from hitting the ground hurt because the pain was all locked to that area. It took me probably a 2 months to get back to walking like normal. That was very bad.
Like, breaking your pinky toe isn't too big of a deal. The only reason I'm for sure I broke it is because it isn't straight anymore. It's kind of like crooked now on its side. But like I just went, ow, and then I just went back to normal. Like I limped to keep weight off of it for a bit.
See, my leg injury though, that's what I did too.
Yeah.
When I injured my leg, I literally after my leg up, and then I stood up and go, whoo, just waved my leg off. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then I went about my day. And then like 30 minutes later, I'm like, my pants don't fit anymore. And then I lifted the leg and be like, that's blood. Whatever. And yeah, I didn't realize that it was that severe until Monday when I actually put in the incident report. Because sometimes there's a certain level of incident where suddenly what you think it was switches back the other direction.
Yeah, because your body's reacting in a way to deal with what just happened.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's a certain amount of pain where it says, nope, you're not going to deal with that. Let me erase that. But then that's called shock. And you tend to like be very irrational after that.
The body's really good about taking a hard hit, and then if it is at all capable of running away or dealing with an immediate, it can. And then it's like 30 minutes later where your body starts properly reacting to what just happened. It gives you the ability to run away if you're hurt.
Yeah, it gives you the ability to react in a situation where you might not be able to react. So it's a good thing, but at the same time, not really.
I mean, it's either you're going to feel it immediately
when you're going
to feel it later.
When you have proper medical attention, it's not a good thing. Or you have the ability to get proper medical attention.
Yeah. But
it's about helping you survive to fight another day. But sometimes it's just about being able to go back to your shift the next day.
Yeah.
I remember one of my coworkers when I worked in trucking. He had a tire iron. He was out in the back of the truck and he was reeling it up, and the tension broke on it. And the tire iron came back, whacked him in the head, knocked him out cold on the concrete. And they brought him to the ER and whatever. And the funny thing is, if you ever see in workplaces where they say like 360 days since last injury, that number is not about injuries. It's about how many days people got free because of the injury. So like when I got my leg injury, I never took a day off. It happened on a Friday. I went into work Monday. I worked every day. They gave me some considerations to help out, but otherwise I went to work every day. So our injury count never went and reset because it was not a reportable injury. I still got full workman's comp. I still got everything covered. But what makes that number go to 0 is if somebody has to take a day off because of it. So when that guy whacked his head for a concussion, he came into work the next day.
Isn't that kind of screwed up that they're basically trying to shame people into not taking time off because you don't want to be the one who makes that number go down?
For me, it wasn't about the number going down. It was more of because I could. It was annoying to drive in because it was my dominant driving leg.
Yeah.
So, and because if I kept my foot below a certain level, it would puff up really big. And so in the time it would take to get to work, I basically had to get it up right away. But for that guy, he got a concussion.
Yeah.
He drove truck.
He should
not across the road. He did what do they call that? He was the yard jockey. He was the guy that moved the trucks around. He came at work the next day. Multiple stitches across his head, and he was in the next day. Not because he could have fought for it, but because because in his head he's like, I work.
There's two things that employers use to manipulate people that will just make me walk away from a job. One of them is employee of the month, and the other one is the days without an incident. Because the day without an incident exists to, if something happens to you, you don't want to be the one to make that number go down, so don't report it. Otherwise, that number that everybody's so proud of will go away. And then the other thing is, which is employee of the month, is basically just a free way to get people competing with their fellow employees.
Okay, I do remember that. So the guy that had that head injury, they had a safety award. Mm-hmm. And it was if for every certain amount of months that you went throughout the year without a reportable incident, there was teams. There's like 3 or 4 teams, and you for every quarter you could go without, you would build up to a reward. And the if you had a full year without problems, you would get the best reward. If you had 1 quarter with an injury, it wouldn't reset you. You just wouldn't get the final reward. You could get the 3-quarter one though. So and everybody wanted these rewards. Yeah, so when he had his head injury, I remember people going, "Whose team is he on?"
Yeah.
It wasn't, "Is he okay?" No, it was, "Whose team is he on?" Because I want my weather radio.
Yeah. No, it's fucked up. It's incredibly fucked up. And I hate.
Nobody told him anything. Nobody went to him to pressure him to do anything. Yeah. So there was that. There was none of that. But still, that's what the system is there for.
Yeah. It's not there for your benefit. It's there to keep you from saying anything. Because you don't want to be the one who took away everybody's weather radio, do you?
Well, you should always say something, because if you don't report it, you're never going to get workman's comp.
Yeah, they don't want you to collect workman's comp. That's like the point.
To most companies, workman's comp isn't as much of the deal. It's paying free labor. Mm-hmm. They don't want to pay you to sit at home. Yeah. Even if the medical bill is 10 times or 100 times as much, they do not want to pay you to sit at home. So, because they technically, in some cases, might have to do that forever, depending on the injury. So they don't want to do that. That's the problem. But when I had workman's comp for my leg injury, they paid without question my ER visit, including like a whole bunch of blood tests and everything for blood clots. That had to been easily in the 4 digits expense. And for that company, if I wanted staples for my stapler, I had to complain because they didn't want to pay for staples. There was no question. So the workman's comp portion of it was easy, no questions, bam, done. Yeah. If I wanted to take a day off because of it, holy God, the red tape. Yeah. That was, it wasn't even worth it. But again, I was able to go in. Yeah. I maybe didn't need to. But when I went there, they're like, you don't have to go on the dock. You can sit at your desk. We'll get some stuff. They gave me a bucket to put my leg up on. It was cheap, but that place was cheap as shit. So whatever. It was the best they could do. I was at least appreciative of that. So there was actually one time though, I got I had a ear and eye infection. So I had an ear infection, and it got spread to my eyes, and there's a whole separate thing on that. But I essentially went deaf for like 3 or 4 days. I could not hear. I had like maybe 2 or 3% of my hearing.
That's rough.
So people would speak next to me, and I'd be like, I can't hear you. And they still told me to come into work. And I'm like, I can't answer my phone. They're like, that's okay. Other people will answer for you. Like, I literally couldn't hear, and there's still like, people would come into my cube and they would say things, and I would just keep working. I could not hear them. It was actually kind of nice.
There are so many people who exist who legitimately care more about like the money than they do the people, and they're the ones who tend to become managers.
That manager, so that manager that we had at that point, he definitely was a little stringy on things, but he was the replacement for one of the other guys that was much, much worse. Right. So when he came in, so it was Paul. No, I think it was Paul. I think it was I can't remember his name, but there was a guy. So like we were
Sorry, I looked at Fluttershy for a minute.
no,
She's like,
no, we were gonna have corporate come in, and they were gonna take a look at things. And so I worked OS&D, overshot and damage. Where that I was the one in charge of everything that was basically broken or wrong. It was anything that was too much of something, not enough of something, or it was damaged. Well, I had an area, so there was OS&D, which was considered like this, like 2 lanes at the front of the dock that was for anything I broken, and every morning if something got broken overnight, I had to handle it. We had a bunch of stuff in there, and he goes, corporate's going to be coming in here, we can't have stuff out here, like to show that I'm doing my job. And he's like, no, we're going to put everything like that in a trailer. So he had us load everything out of the even the stuff that's being worked into a trailer. Well, I can't work any of it if it's in the trailer, but okay, that's what you wanted. So we put it all in the trailer, and then they moved it to the yard and locked it. So then corporate comes, and apparently they complained to him in his office because his desk was clean, immaculate, everything in places. And they come in here, and one of the VP comes and goes, this is the cleanest desk I've ever seen. Do you even do your job?
yeah.
Like, there is no way you'd have a desk this clean if you're doing your work.
No, yeah.
And he's like,
And I appreciate that immensely.
So then they did that, and they never checked this truck. But the thing is, they also never pulled the truck back. So for months, this stuff sat there. And because I'm working on the stuff that's coming in. And so I just focused on that stuff. And then like 9 months later, he figures out about this trailer, and he gets super pissed about it. He goes, why is this trailer out there? Because you told us to. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. And this guy ended up being such an ass that the VP came in and requisitioned one of the offices. And this is not a big office. There's only 2 offices. The guy running the building and another manager. And he basically kicked that other manager out and says, I own this room for now. And they're like, okay, because he can't tell him no. And he called everybody in one by one. And they would sit you down and say, I can't remember his name. I'll say Paul, but like, so what do you think of Paul? That was the first question. And you'd be like, well, I mean, like, okay, so like, he's pretty good. And and he goes, no, don't bullshit me. This is free game. What do you think of Paul? And if you tried to like sugarcoat things, he'd be like, no, straight up, just tell me. And that was didn't tell Paul what he was doing or anything. Just sat in the office and did that all day. And he'd say, "Don't tell Paul what's going. The question I'm asking." And so when Paul would come over, we're like, "So what are they asking?" It'd be like, "Oh, he's just checking on some stuff." So then 3 weeks pass, and then I get a text message from one of my that lady that I was just talking about earlier. She comes and she texts me, goes, yeah, so Paul was fired this morning. His replacement's here. Like, the VP walked in the door, walked right into his office and says, leave immediately. You'll get your stuff later. Out. And like, boom, done like that. And the replacement walked in the door next to him and was in that morning. So it was that quick of a turnaround. And the VP stayed there for about a week as the guy was replaced there. So I liked the replacement better, but he was still a penny pincher. But it was not because he wanted to be a penny pincher. It's because low yield trucking.
Right.
But that was such a fun situation. Like, when you know somebody's getting fired and they're just getting the documentation together, and the guy's sitting in his office going, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
That was funny. Good times. Anyways, we're over time. I think, though, all I have to do is, I think, clean up the ears just a little bit.
That's so bouncy, though.
And I'm going to just do this right now. And smooth out some of this tail, because I think...
You're going to comb the ponytail. Important.
Yeah, it doesn't matter from there. So, okay. The smoothing was enough. Almost done with it, though. I worked at a Goodyear tire plant for 3 months. In that time, one woman got her hand ripped off, a guy got his skull split, and another got pulled into giant pressure rollers. They had to literally peel his body off like a cartoon character. That's if crazy. They do not shut a place down after one of those incidents, it means that they're not reporting it correctly. Like, They're hiding things. Any of those incidents would have immediately led to a shutdown and an audit of all activities. If it happens twice, that's a problem. If it's 3, get the fuck out. Is this normal? I hope it's not normal. Like, oh, it's Tuesday. Has anybody got their arm ripped off today? Normally, just pay off OSHA fines and go about business. It depends. If the profit for doing things wrong is higher than the fines to do it wrong, they're going to just keep doing it wrong because they don't care. If you make $1 million, but you have to pay $100,000 in fine, you still walk away with $900,000. So they're going to do it. The fines have to be enough to make it actually be a scare tactic. When I worked at Bar's hot dog plant, a guy fell into the meat grinder and got processed into hot dog slugs. The casings room discovered something wrong when a crumpled wedding band got extruded to a hot dog casing. Yeah, this is why like certain like food places and like super cheap things I'm a little hesitant on, because those are the places with low margins. Low margins will do anything they can to get by, because if they shut things down for 1 year or for 1 day, that could be all the profit for the month, because they're fighting a low margin. Sometimes if you pay a little bit more, you're at least not getting like man and hot dogs bun. Anyway, on a more positive note, thank you for popping in here. Man got grounded a hot dog.
Yeah.
We got here. Oh, we haven't done How Many Dragons in a while. Ooh, look at that arm. That's a very nice arm.
It is. Are they making ponies? Just hoping they're making ponies.
No, they're making free-to-play games that you have to pay a shitload of money for if you want to actually play correctly.
Well, correctly is with some heavy quotations. Play correctly by buying things.
I don't mind putting monies into a free-to-play game, as long as, but only to the bare minimum for me to keep the satisfaction in, and as long as I'm playing the game enough and enjoying it.
If people are paying to win, then I have no interest.
If it's pay to win, no. There are definitely some free-to-play games that there are some benefits, but they're really not really helping you much.
Yeah.
There are convenience options to allow you more flexible play, but you're not actually getting a benefit from it. So those type of things I don't mind so much. But also, if you're putting 500 hours into a game, sure, putting a few bucks into it is fine. But don't be dropping I've done that. I had a free-to-play game I played years and years and years ago that I did put a lot of money into at one point. I very much enjoyed my time on there, and it wasn't as much it was kind of pay to win, but because of such, it put me in a position in the game that I actually very much enjoyed. So
I told you I had a cousin who dropped
I had fun.
10 grand into Star Citizen.
I didn't do that. I think I maybe put $1,000 in at one point, but it was over the course of like a full year.
They told me that my jaw dropped. I was like,
yeah, that's a little much. Mine was I got good enough equipment that was put into like the top 10%, and the people I got to interact with and the groups I got to be a part of actually was very entertaining, and I had a lot of fun. So it gave me value back, not just in what you got in the game, but in the social interactions and the fun that I got from that. So I don't think that was value wasted, but I also felt that you could have definitely, there was one guy that was in that game that had like one character worth $35,000. But he was also a god because of it, because it was that kind of pay to win. So, because it was every level you put on your gear required a different level of an item to guarantee its success, and without it, your success rate was like 2%. And if it failed, you lose everything. So this item would guarantee success, but every level was double the cost of the previous. And I think I got mine up to like plus 12, which at that point was like $100 something or something to guarantee. But that man had it like at plus 20.
He basically just had it.
He was spending like $5,000 to get plus 1.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then somebody hacked his account because they had his password, stole all of his gear, put it on the market, and then it fell within a weird little gray line of the TOCs, and he could never get it back. So yeah, it was funny. Yes, normal Goodyear built out of the boonies decades ago to avoid the unions and government oversight. OSHA finally cracked down. Good. A debit bit. Kind of heavy fines and demands of cleaning up. As long as they come back for inspections. Fines aren't even the big part, as long as they come back every 6 months and they're scrutinized. That's the thing. So
paying $8,000 an hour. That's all.
but anyways, we're gonna end here. We'll be back. I think for this week we'll still do Friday. I do want to mix up my schedules a little bit here and there, but I also am very used to certain schedules. So at least for this week, we'll probably do Friday again, and then I think we're still on for. Oh, this is second Saturday. I think we can do Jackbox on Saturday. So we do have Pony. I did download those ponies for What the Dub.
Yes, we found.
We didn't make it. Somebody already made it a bunch.
Somebody already made it. And
We did play it with Bluey, Arby's commercials, and Willy Wonka. We played that this weekend. And it actually works really well.
Yeah. So we'll do ponies.
But yeah, we're gonna head over there. Let me switch over to the end scene.
I just want to do about pony.
So we'll do some Pony with the Dub. I think that'd be fun to do like a 10 in a row type.
Yeah.
I haven't tested. Did you test it to see how it works? Okay, did it work pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Who knows how they cut it? But bye Blur, bye Sunset, bye Godzilla Man and Iski and Wireball. Thank you to Soul Kitty for the resub. I think it was 28 months. I remember because it was 14 times 2. And thank you to Sunset for moderating. We will see you guys later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I haven't finished this beer yet.
Oh, yeah,
it's just drinking that. This pistachio is really good now. Look at the hiccups now.
yes. Try to put it in your lungs.